And we are live. We have a great fight coming on. I really wasn't going to come on until, of course, Lopez versus Comey. But this fight's been phenomenal. These guys have, showed their best heart. Noel Murphy versus Vargas from Puerto Rico. Ireland versus Puerto Rico. These guys had it going on. Where are we at, people? Who's watching the fight? Hit me with some comments. Let's hit the like button. We're waiting for it to load up for the main event. Double SB28. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. 12 on the chat. Counterpunch to everybody that came on. Where we at in this crazy world? Okay, now Vargas is clowning a little bit, thinking he got a victory. It's been a very competitive fight so far, man. I've been watching this fight, and we got two southpaws in the ring. Yeah, very interesting, bro. Very interesting fight. Sorry, fights. Absolutely. That's probably what's really making this card more lit is because of Lopez and Comey, because we know what that fight means. We know that fighter is the fight to Lomachenko, okay? So Lomachenko is the prize behind the winner of this fight.
Kostya got some of those power shots in, just like you talked about, Chris. But he's doing it, like you said, he's picking his pot shot as he lands a big right hand.
These guys are scrapping. These are the type of fights where so much damage has been. Yeah, Murphy's hurt again. He's getting too many punches. 25 seconds left. Alexander Nisik, counterpunch to you. Oh, man. He's killing Murphy right now. Murphy just landed a good left, though, but it wasn't enough. It was not enough.
Murphy giving it all he has as he'll sway.
Oh. Very interesting. Goodfellas Pulp Fiction. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Yeah, Murphy needs to hold on. He held on. Double SB. What do you think is next for Ruiz Jr.? Love the videos and reviews. Love from England. Joe Turner, counterpunch to you. I think Ruiz, he has a lot of options, man. Mauricio Sulaiman is pretty much vouching for him. So I think at this point, I think he needs to fight someone to keep him relevant. And I don't mean a tune-up. Ruiz doesn't need a tune-up. Because if I'm Team Ruiz, right, I have to look at it like this. I'm the ex-unified champ, right? I'm the ex-unified champ. And since I'm the ex-unified champ, I can't fight anyone beneath me. I can't go backwards. You don't go backwards on steps. You go forward. As you go forward on steps, you rise, right? That's what Ruiz should do. Ruiz, yes, he lost the belts, and what could put him in position for those belts again, he starts fighting those guys. He starts fighting anybody that comes towards him. He has good rapport with Eddie Hearn. He can go over there and fight some of those fighters. He can fight Dillian White. He can fight like Adam Kaunaki if he really wanted to, since he's on the WBC, if he wants to go that route. If Deontay wants to give him a shot after he gets past Fury, if he gets past Fury, that would be a fight I would like to see. You know what I mean? So it could be a lot going on for Ruiz. But I think Ruiz, they want to take it easy for Ruiz now. Not too easy. Because remember, his trainer and father said that they want a couple fights to defend the belt before taking that fight with Deontay. Well, he should fight someone in the top 10 at the WBC. You know what I mean? Somebody that's worth a damn. Not an Areola, nothing like that. Someone like a Kaunaki, some undefeated fighter. See, if Ruiz has to have a shot, he needs to do what something like Dillian White done. Dillian White was able to fight people that haven't been beat. You know what I mean? Like Oscar Rivas, and, he fought... Yeah, they gave it to Vargas, people. Good fight, though. Good fight. Josue Vargas. Good fight, though. But yeah, he should fight somebody in the top 10, man, because you know if he tries to fight someone like maybe Charles Martin, why not? Charles Martin, that's a good fight, and then actually they were in the same training camp. So he could fight Charles Martin, a southpaw, someone tall that gets him prepared for taller fighters, which he's better at fighting tall fighters anyway. Um, yeah, I think that could work for Ruiz. Ruiz, those guys really need to keep it going. They don't need to step backwards. They don't need to, oh, I was ex unified and then that's my claim to fame. That's my highest point. Now it's kind of trickling down. Now I'm falling from grace. No, he doesn't need that. He needs to still show his relevance, right? Just like his tweets and Instagram posts and shit say. Goodfellas, Pulp Fiction, Bud Crawford versus Tszyu, both in their prime. Who wins and how? And I don't know, man. Because Tszyu was kind of quick. I think Tszyu had more power than Terence Crawford. But then Terence Crawford is so sneaky. And Terence Crawford has underrated punching power, but he catches you in angles that you don't see. So a lot of his power is probably not just the power of just a punch. It's the surprise of the punch coming from the angle that he throws it. Because remember, he's a switch hitter. This guy can hit you from any angle. He could step those. He could step those. That back foot, that right back foot. He can step back to the front and then step back with the left back foot and then throw you something that's gonna catch you way off guard. Ask Yoriyokis Gamboa about that. That's how he got Gamboa. He switched up on Gamboa. Gamboa was beating him orthodox, but when he switched to southpaw, that's how he got him. That's how he got him right there. He got him just like that, switching up his stances, giving a new perspective. What Terence Crawford is? Terence Crawford is the style bender of boxing, of the boxing platform. Style Adesanya, right? He's the Adesanya of boxing, the way he can switch it up. There, I said it. Usyk versus Joshua. Abiola, I don't know. That's it depends on how Usyk handles Joshua's punch. But then we can only see how faster Usyk is with his angles and his hand speed and his foot speed while getting into the fight. It's one of them fights you don't know what will happen because it's just so experimental. You know what I mean? Usyk hasn't been there long. He's fought Chaz Witherspoon. I want him to fight someone else. You know? Um, we have to see what happens with him, honestly. What do you think of Timothy Bradley saying that Terence Crawford could beat the prime mate? You know what? I'm gonna go live on that double SB tomorrow sometime. If I have time, probably after this fight, depends on how it goes. Um, See, here's the thing. Floyd Mayweather, pretty boy, was very talented. But what made him extraordinary was his tenacity, his ability to attack. Fighting someone like Terence Crawford, someone about an inch taller, someone probably like the height, the height of Diego Chico Corrales, but then can punch and can box from the outside, unlike Corrales was willing to do. Because Corrales was, I don't know, and he wasn't even Mexican, but he fought like a Mexican, a tall Mexican. You know what I mean? He likes to exchange. That's why he couldn't do anything with Mayweather. But Terence Crawford, don't get me started on that, man. We will double SB. I promise. We will go in a live stream for that. You know what I mean? A live conversation about that and that alone, because that's a loaded question. It's a very loaded question. Cadillac Dimmock. Wilder wins in rematch. Well, he could if he lands that right hand. And then he looks like he's getting better in it. I thought about that the other day. Wilder is getting better with his straight rights. Instead of chopping or looping or swinging wild with it, he's able to throw it. Now This would be very impressive to me if Wilder knocks out Fury and did what he did really basically in this 12th round in the first or second. You know why? That proved that would show me that that right hand has been on his mind. Hell, he only throws one punch. So it's not many punches that he has to worry about in his arsenal to throw. And it would definitely be that right hand. Because when he sharpened up, when he brought it closer, he straightened that right hand. He was able to land it because all Fury was doing. Okay, here he comes with the right dip and come back up. Shoulder lean, out of position. Jab, 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 right hand, jab, grab, turn, repeat the process. That's all Tyson Fury did the whole fight until he got hurt and got knocked down. Then he knew fight or flight. Then that's when Fury actually started fighting. You know, but it would be very impressive if Wilder would land that right hand. That means he's actually learned. Okay, if I hit this motherfucker straight, he can't loop my right because he ain't gonna have time because I'm coming straight. I'm not throwing it wide. I'm not coming over like a Ruiz punch. You know, I'm not going wide. I'm going straight up the middle, right? He's not gonna be able to loop because I'm gonna catch him right in between the loop. If he catches him in the back of the head, he could hurt him, or catches him square on the chin like he did in the 12th round. You know he can hurt him. So yeah, that would be I would be very impressed with Wilder, you know, and it would just make me more angry though because if he's able to do that, he's able to do that with anybody. You know what I mean? So why not fight them? Counterpunch, people. But yeah. Abiola, I don't think that Usyk can be ready for Joshua. Abiola, if he gets the fight, he's going to take it. If he's ready or not, it doesn't matter. You just got to take your hat off to him if he takes the fight. If he gets blown out, okay, back to the drawing board. You know what I mean? Stream for Teofimo fight. Thomas Shankland. It's on ESPN Plus, man. If you have ESPN Plus, the shit's like $4 a month, bro. It's less than $5. You know? Get that shit on there. You can look at it at your phone, your laptop, your TV. If you got a smart TV, you know, if you got an adapter, you can look at it from your phone and plug it up. Man, it's all kind of easy ass ways to watch this fight for dirt cheap. Cheaper than you can get a bootleg movie from a bootleg seller. Sean Myers, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Broner versus Nassim Hamed. Who wins? Broner's too big. DJN, he's just too big for Hamed, you know. And Broner's tough, so I don't see Hamed knocking him out. You know what I mean? Because if they met, let's say at 130, Hamed. You know what? I don't even think about the fight per se. I don't think about the fight between Hamed and Broner. What I would think about mostly is the buildup, the shit talk. You know, all the buzz, all the drama behind the who's gonna do who to what to who, and you know, you stink. I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be the first to do it. It's good, man. With Prince Asim Ahmed, with Adrian Broner, dude. Imagine that buildup. Imagine the press conference. Imagine the face off. Imagine the weigh in. Dude, that would be ecstatic, dude. Great. But yeah, DJN, no, Broner. Broner's just, you know, especially if this was old Broner. Yeah, he would eat him up. Yeah. You know, and then I think Broner's, you know, he's not a pussy. He doesn't have a weak chin or anything like that. You know? Zaro's two-time. Hey, big man, how's it going? It's going pretty good. Feel great. Feel great. Mark, Pringles Leaf. How you doing, sir? I'm doing great. Absolutely great. Michael Dodd, it's not going to happen, trust me. Fury with 1-2 combos is crazy. Yep. But you know, Fury's gonna have to take it to Deontay. Because what he should know is that he ain't at home. He might think he's at home in Vegas, but he ain't at home. Okay? That's one thing apparent. Let's see. Okay. ESPN Plus. But you know, ESPN is rather difficult. I've had a lot of problems out of ESPN because you buy the you get the subscription, and it used to piss me off before because I used to have DirecTV, and then they let you see the undercards and shit on regular ESPN because you have the package, but then yet they want you to go and download the app, and, you know, and that's the bad part about it, you know. And I used to want to watch it with my father. Well, it's kind of hard to. And that's way in. Okay, what about the actual fight? Okay, main card. I don't want the around the ring. I don't want the. Okay, here we go. Okay, it has not started yet, which, all right, it's, I guess we're on standstill. You would think they would have like preliminary fights between it, right? Yeah, 50 stitches above the eye. We must be talking about Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. It looks good though. He looks like he's really healed or healing. You know, that's been a while ago now. So, Michael Dodd, Fury will win easy. You know, he can. He can if he sticks to the game plan, if he doesn't get too cocky, if he doesn't let his ego get the best of him. And I think in that fight, he probably was surprised himself that he was able to hang in there and still have the stamina and the endurance to go past 6 rounds. And then when he figured, oh, you know what? This guy ain't even attacking me. He ain't even forcing me to fight. So guess what Fury starts doing? You know, he was doing the behind the back shit like Roy Jones, and you know, he was showboating and being all flashy. But guess what that did? That pissed off Deontay Wilder, and he lost focus on what he was doing, Tyson Fury. And between Deontay Wilder to this day and Tyson Fury thinking this is a cakewalk, he got his ass clipped in the ninth. Am I right or am I wrong? And then again in the 12th, because he thought, well, hey, I got hit with his punch. He kind of went with that punch. The ninth round wasn't really a flush punch. He went with it. And because I think, you know, it's better to go with a punch a lot of times instead of going or trying to meet a punch head on. If you meet a punch head on, you're in trouble. And in the 12th round, he was really in trouble because he really got hit. But that was the first time he got hit flush, was the 12th round. You know, Joshua going to use Klitschko style against Pulev. He should, because, you know, Pulev is one of those guys you don't want to get caught with his hooks. He's another hooker, and he's an older fighter, and he has nothing to lose. He's been hanging on that mandatory platform for the longest. Now, by God, he's going to use it. Now, Pulev could just be looking for a payday. Right? He could just be looking for a payday, and he won't come in. He would come in like Andy Ruiz, but you can't depend on that shit. Pulev might come in that bitch ripped, ready to rock. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. The way I see it, the top three now is Wilder tuning how he throws his right, Fury twerking his jerky style. AJ is leaning it all, learning it all. So as for AJ, we will start questioning what form of AJ will we get. You know, fight to fight. You know what? Zaros, you're absolutely right. And people forget that Joshua was fighting half the time than these guys. You can't forget that. These dudes, you know, Wilder, I guess he's a late bloomer. He has to be. You know what I mean? That's one of his nicknames. He's a late bloomer. Because they didn't want him to, you know, go with that. Well, wait a minute. It's already 8. So this shit should have started already. So what the hell? It's so stupid. Why don't you just put it on one card? Saturday, December 4th. I mean, is it me or what? What's the deal? What time is it? Shit, it's 8:08. So that fight should have started already. Fucking ESPN Plus. I have no problems with DAZN, and that's just not me favoring DAZN. It's just I don't have problems like this. Not at all. This shit, it's like it's something's twerky. Oh, you can't watch it. I've had those type of problems. Well, let me see if it's on Around the Ring. Choose provider. Are you fucking get the fuck out of here? I'm not choosing my provider. I got this. I got this. That's the undercard. That's the main card. Okay. En Espanol. This is weird because then when you ask another option, when you put it and ask for Spanish, they ask you for your cable provider. Okay. Shocky Pete, I like your show. Great work. Thank you, brother. Appreciate your support. Appreciate it, man. It will leave his opponents guessing and confused to which style he might bring next. It will, you know. You know which AJ you're gonna get. You're gonna get the bulky slaying everybody. No, that's not it. This is so damn stupid. Okay, ESPN Plus. Fuck you. You're absolutely right. You know, it's just shit talk, isn't it? You know, that's all people do. You know, that's all he'll do. He has something to say about Joshua and all that shit. You know, that's the way in. KK, shout out from the UK. Counterpunch to you. Jim Brown, pomegranate 7 Up. No, this is cherry, Jim Brown. I don't know, man. I've been on this shit. Like, you know, they got the Christmas thing, they got the cranberry and all that shit, and cranberry Sprite. You know, I don't know, I've been on that shit lately, bro. I don't know what it's been. Let's see. And you know what's weird about this? You go to ESPN Plus, you can't find this shit anywhere. You put boxing in ESPN. It just shows you, man, how poor they fucking promote Terence Crawford, and it's shitty. You know, I'm at ESPN. I'm on the website. ESPN. You go to ESPN Plus, ESPN Plus Home. Okay, I go there. Okay, I'm getting a little pissed here because I never looked it on this computer before. Let me check my phone, see if I can go to my app on this. because I order this shit every fucking month. Just in case there is something worth a damn watching it. All right, let's see, ESPN Plus. Now this is retarded. Look at this, guys. If you can see this shit, this is ESPN, the app, right? You probably can't see it from here, but it doesn't have any. When I hit stream, you have stream and you have article, right? You hit stream, you don't see any fucking thing. Nothing. Like it's not even available. Terence Crawford. It's not on ESPN Plus. What the hell is it on? As the last I heard, it was on ESPN Plus. On ESPN. Okay, if it's on ESPN, let's go to boxing because I'm on ESPN, and that's the whole thing. Like, where the fuck is the fight? We got Kovalev versus Yard live. Okay. What the hell? Yeah, I have Xfinity. Oh, great. These motherfuckers are. Anyway, let me log in. Yeah, now I forgot the damn password. All right, let's see. Xfinity. All right. Fuck you, I'm in Honduras. In Honduras. Come on. All right, let's do this. Let's see. I just bought a new computer for Christmas, and then you gotta, remember all the shit, which I don't because I've had my old computer for so long that I forget the shit. The fight is almost done. That'd be fucked up. I'll be mad as shit. Oh, this page is having problems. Oh, no, go figure. You don't say. All right, well, let's try this. All right. Now we are finally back on. Excuse me for the technical difficulties. I had to log in on this new computer, but we are back in action. We have Conlon from Ireland versus Nikitin from Russia. Rounds 3 of 10. And I just started watching this shit, so I know just as much as you guys. I know, right? Fashki. Hallelujah. Johnny, I know, right? Spence said he would scoop me up in his new car to the club. I had to say no. Fuck yeah, fuck you. Hell, you don't want to be Paul Walkered. No, I'm good. I'm good on that shit. I'm very good on that.
Tries to go back to it. He has had some success and then leads with a right uppercut. That just got a tiny glancing piece of Nikita. Now the 1-2 from the southpaw stance, digs with an uppercut. To your point, the wasted effort and energy on the inside from Nikita. Nothing was
Nikita, he's a rowdy motherfucker, ain't he?
Every now and again, a guy who swings as much as Nikita, he's going to land something. But I feel like if he understood how to come behind the jab
Robert O'Donoghue. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. The fight is not due for another hour or so. Yeah. I think White knocks out Wilder. He could. I mean, the heavyweight division, people, is one of those divisions where you one move to the left, one move to the right, you know, that could be good night. Because you'll get hit with punches that, that punch you don't see can take you out. Sports lemons, but don't take away my whole bandwidth. He has no defense.
Faster than your medical bills. You might wonder what to do, who to call. The simple answer? Call Thomas J. Henry. Thomas J. Henry helps people who are in accidents get their lives back on track. We fight the insurance companies.
Need another 7-Up. One moment.
For your injuries. An injury doesn't have to be the end of the road for you and your family. Call Thomas J. Henry. Available 24/7, nights and weekends. Just feels good, doesn't it, when you look down at your main event, you see 35-0 against 21-0-1. That is coming your way a little later on. Terence Crawford against Kavaliauskas, a.k.a. the Mean Machine. Kavaliauskas, long amateur career himself, two-time Olympian. Let's check in with the guys from CompuBox. Tallying up the body work, which has been noticeable when it comes to Mick Conlan's attack. Conlan's already thrown 41 body punches and has landed 11.
Sometimes kind of stress level.
Coming from the key. He's trying to disguise his attack. That's the reason why
Sure.
he's moving side to side, trying not to keep his head right in the middle. And be just
Still
straight
might be no good.
stationary target. So he's
What
trying to
type
get
of
inside
kind of
and
stress
find
color?
ways by moving his head. Coming behind the jab occasionally.
Near the business hours for Panda Express East Cedar Park.
Conlan and the Keaton have fought 2 times. This is the 3rd time.
Yeah, it is 10 o'clock.
They look the same in those
Okay,
fights
well,
as
you
they
can always
do
hear
tonight.
that.
So I
Well, they
understand
back
that
there. I'm doing a
He's
live stream, so
got too many fights under his belt
we
overall.
got a fight on tonight.
A guy like Conlan, he's gonna pick you off every
Should
time.
I be here to get it? That's what she said you wanted. So.
What Conlan's able to defensively, even
Yeah, she
when
wasn't
the
on
Keaton
to it. I asked her so.
does get to the inside.
I wouldn't know I asked one or not the other. Yeah.
Circle to the left.
I wouldn't know I asked one or not the other.
Occasionally pick his spots.
That would be shitty. No problem.
Nice little exit right there. Nice little check hook from
Anytime.
Conlan as he's pulling away. Caught the Keaton as
You
he's
been doing all
punching
right today?
forward. I like what the right hook has offered him up so far. There's the Keaton. Just putting his head down, getting right into the chest.
That's good. Yeah, we ain't got long. We got an hour and a half, so I see you when we come up.
Harvey Dock on the elbows on the inside. Keaton doing a good job of trying to get in there and rough up Conlan. You know, he wants to make this fight as dirty as possible and make Conlan uncomfortable. If you're Conlan, you stay calm. Don't get excited, you stay calm. He's gonna try to push you back, turn him out, let the referee come in and do his job, then you get back to doing that.
We'll
You
get
know,
back over here
staying
to the
calm,
thing.
don't bring emotion into the
Come
fight.
on.
But keep in mind how much emotion has been attached to this
Okay.
matchup for so many years now. For Mick Conlan, the red Olympic jersey, the shirt that he wore, that is blood-stained, soaked with blood in the Keaton, he still has.
I am back with my Remedy Potent. We got my Geyser Peak, my pomegranate.
He's doing a good job of managing it here in this matchup.
You know, chemist at work. You know, I got to do what I need to do.
Hands to the body again.
Keep the insides real and true, right?
When he closes forward to that range.
Suleiman, counterpunch to you.
But he wanted snow for the holidays. So we built a snow globe.
Get that later.
But the one thing we could both agree on was getting Geico to help with our homeowner's insurance.
What?
It's what you had saving was really easy.
I love you!
Sweetie, hands off the glass.
Oh,
Well, I like this. At least they are,
And condo insurance can be.
you know, they show the commercial, but then you can see what's going on in the, in the corner of the fighters, you know. Kurt, what's up from the NC? Antonio Matthews, what's up, brother? North Carolina. Where in North Carolina you located? I was just up that way. I was in Virginia, so I was a little north of you. But what part of the NC? Y'all lame hating on Wilder, bro. Respect the man and what he has done. Adrian Johnson, or Arian Johnson, actually. I think what people need to do, Wilder needs to show people what he can do. You know what I mean? And it's only going to take time. You know, he's either going to do it or he's not. He's either going to win or lose. You know, but one thing you don't want Wilder to do is not try at all. I think that's what my thing is about Deontay. You know, if you want to talk about money and blame it on money or whatever, that's not really that's not what time it is, because that's just like, it's almost like not taking the test at all. Counterpunch from South Carolina. So we got North Carolina, South Carolina, Renegade swag. Okay. Counterpunch to you. Adamar Garcia. Ademar. I want to see the fight. Hey, ESPN. You know, I thought it was on ESPN Plus, me personally, you know. Now, if I was hanging out with my dad, you know, we could watch it at his crib. You know. Y'all lame hyping up Wilder, bro. Disrespect that man because he has done nothing in his career. Jim Brown, Wilder needs to get a hold of his own career. He does. You know, when he said bet on myself, that was actually contradicting, because if he was betting on himself, that means he is doing the things that he didn't do before. Like, you know, take that money from another network. That's betting on yourself, because if he looked with logic, he could see that he wasn't going to get he's not going to get $100 million nowhere. They couldn't even pay this brother to stay on Showtime. So, you know, him saying I'm gonna bet on myself, like, how are you gonna do that? If I'm Wild, if I'm offered that amount of money and I knew and I spoke it, I believed it and I received it, there's no fucking way I would have took that money. I'd have took that money and went in there. And like you say, he only needs 2 seconds to be perfect, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. What can you say about Wilder? He ain't betting on himself. He was listening to the same people that he's been listening to get the same money he's been getting. But if the objective was never to fight Joshua, okay, because you got to look at this business wise. If Deontay Wilder or the handlers of Deontay Wilder was brown gone, counterpunch to you. If he never wanted to fight Joshua, it was a brilliant plan. But it's kind of hard, like okay, if you never intended to fight a guy, turning down $100 million wouldn't be so bad if you know you're getting 5 to 10 million versus what you used to get. But then that's still stupid as fuck, though. That's like underachieving. Like, you do all that not to fight? Not to fight? You do that so you can go back to your boss that you was once with or been with for the longest and say, look, the Zone and Skipper offered me $100 million. What can you do for me? I don't need to fight. It ain't about the belts no more. I want more money. My wife need more money to this day. Shit. You know, I mean, who knows? I mean, that could have been what it was. I mean, he just wanted an increase because he felt that he was worth more, you know, and he felt that he was worth more, and it wasn't even about fighting Joshua. He didn't want them belts before Joshua had them. He could have fought for those belts way before Joshua had those belts. You know, he could have put his foot down to his management. Look, your manager manages you, right? But he is your manager. He's supposed to do his fucking job. So if you sit there and tell him, like, no, dude, this money's good. I don't care about what he's getting. $100 million, that takes care of everybody. I can knock this guy out. I seen Klitschko hurt this guy with a right hand. My right hand is harder than Klitschko's at this point in my career. So I'm going to hit him, and he ain't going to get back up. Take the $50 million, and guess what? I'm going to knock his ass out again in the UK for the UK fans. And then when I knock him out in the UK, they all going to be yelling, Bomb Squad. How to do a Bomb Squad. Get on the top ropes and yell that shit out if you knock out Josh for the second time and get that other installment, that other $50 million installment. Then come back over here and tell people, I told y'all what I was going to do. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Roll Tide, Alabama, where we at? Why did he do that? Look, I would have had to do nothing but respect that. Because that's one dude telling everyone, he's telling everyone that, you know what, you don't need everything that everyone else used. I just have what it takes to knock a motherfucker out, and that's all I need. You know, for all belts, exactly. Renegades, for all the belts, you undisputed, you Lennox Lewis now? Come on, man. If only. He didn't do that, though. But he didn't do that before. Johnny Best, greetings from Malaysia. Counterpunch to you, Johnny. Shout it out, bro. Watching over here. Phil. Wilfredo. Crisalvo. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. T-Bud should win, but this is boxing. Anything could happen. Just because he fights someone not much known doesn't mean that the opponent is not a threat. Fuck you. Look, I've been saying that for the last 3 or 4 opponents that Crawford has faced. Think about it. Jeff Horn, undefeated. Jose Benavidez, undefeated. Amir Khan, he stopped all these motherfuckers. He made Amir Khan quit. That's a quit. That's how you quit. I don't want to fight no more. That's how you quit. No mas. That's how you quit. Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao. No, I don't think so. No. That's how you quit. Shit. I mean, look, it's one of those things, man. People need to just wake up and understand what Terence Crawford is doing. And he doesn't get enough credit because people are saying, oh, he don't fight Amir Khan. He stopped Amir. He made Amir Khan say Mate. Mate. Made it say uncle. Okay? That's what that means. Anybody seen Bloodsport? Johnny Best. I gotta keep it real, man. You know, I gotta keep it real. You know? Because I would respect Deontay Wilder if Deontay Wilder would have did exactly that. You know what I mean? He want to talk about money and shit. And if you were going to accept $15 million like you say you was going to accept, why the fuck can't you accept $100 million 6 months later? That don't even make fucking sense. They hurt me. I was hurt. It's like a girlfriend. No, you ain't getting this pussy no more. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Dude, I don't even get on that. T-Bud, right? Wilder said Joshua is definitely a Klitschko clone. He could tell Vlad was in the camp. He didn't sound too enthusiastic when he said it, too. No, he didn't. You know? But if you notice somebody about Wilder ain't going to talk too much shit about Klitschko. Because Klitschko could come out at any time and say, oh, they sparred Deontay. He's a good guy. I knocked him down and out a couple times. Ha! He couldn't fight me. He's baby champion. It's baby champion. I knocked him. I teach him. Jab and grab. Then I hit him to the body and made him shit. So, come on, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, he knows not to disrespect Klitschko to that magnitude. You know? He could have been fighting Klitschko, but that wasn't going to happen. We've been there. You know, we ain't got to dig that back up. Christian Relucio. Pacquiao smoked him in his prime. Pac beat legends and top fighters before turning 30. Crawford only beat B-plus fighters. Hey, Christian, check this out, though. Pacquiao wanted $20 million to fight Crawford. You know who wanted $20 million to fight a top fighter? Floyd. Right? Floyd wanted $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Right? Bob Arum didn't give it to him. So he left, and he got with Al Heyman, and he got that $20 million. He beat Oscar. He beat him, in a tough fight, but he still beat him, pretty much. Baby champion. Pampers sponsors. Yeah. Ruiz is still my favorite. Yeah, Ruiz is a trip, man. He'll be back. Kenny Garden champion. M. Jace or M. Jazzy. Khan put up a good fight against Canelo before he was KO'd. Had never been outboxed like he was by Bud. Fuck you. Absolutely. You see what I mean? See, people don't understand who really outboxed Amir Khan. Now, that was a different type of ass whooping, people. Khan didn't get chinned. Did Khan get chinned? Yeah, he got chin checked in the first round. But did he fucking get knocked out like he did with Danny Garcia, like Danny Garcia put his ass down and hurt him real bad and eventually stopping him? Canelo knocking him the fuck out. British Prescott knocked him the fuck out. Huh? Think about this, people. One of the Diaz brothers knocked his ass out or dropped him. Dude, I can't make this shit up. He didn't get an ass whooping like that. Terence Crawford made that motherfucker lose in a totally different way. He outboxed him, made his ass say Mate. That's it. He didn't blame it on a fucking hip punch. He didn't even hit him nowhere near the dick and ball area, the root and stem area. He didn't hit him with nothing like that. He hit him in the side, and he used that as a scapegoat to get the hell out of that fight, because what started happening, Terence Crawford started to break him down to the body. And he ain't never experienced an ass whooping like that, ever. Ever. He ain't never experienced that. Yo, this is a nice little scrap. Harvey Dock ain't got no... Look, he getting a free check. Harvey Dock's the referee, people. Skill-wise, Wilder is a disgrace to boxing. Look, I'll tell you something. G. Benga. He may be a disgrace, but I'll say this about Wilder. Someone has to show him he's a disgrace. Someone has to prove that he's a disgrace. And that's real talk. You're going to have to show Deontay that his style or the lack of style that he has isn't effective as what he does. Right? And you have to show him with what you have. If you can't do that, like, yeah, Ortiz outboxed this motherfucker for 6 rounds, but it don't matter. Why? Because he got hit with that big ass punch. That right hand, that God-given power, right? So none of that really matters. If you fight this guy, man, I was kicking that ass, man, and until what? You get knocked the fuck out. That's real shit. You can say what you want to about Wilder. No, you don't supposed to like the style. He's stylish. He just ranges for the knockout. But if he can get the knockout like he's done time and time again, what can you say? The only thing, someone's going to have to come in and have enough patience, you know, and it's not the skill, because there's a lot of skillful fighters. That's if he'll fight a skillful fighter. I don't think they want to put him in there with someone with skill and power. I think that's always been their thing. And Luis Ortiz was a threat a year ago. Of course, 2 or 3 or 4 years ago. But he was a threat because, you know, he was the guy that had skill and power too. But what was the handicap for Luis Ortiz? His age. They knew that he ain't the same type of fighter. So, hey, Wilder, if you can't take this motherfucker, you don't belong anywhere near this platform. So if he'd have lost to Luis Ortiz, that means he didn't belong there. But he did what he needed to do, and he got Ortiz out of there the first fight. You know? Yeah, Brian Hopkins is a big difference. Look, you know what? We can compare Wilder to AJ all day. This is not like, see, and here's the Jedi mind trick, Brian, and everyone that's listening. Comparing Anthony Joshua to Deontay Wilder is exactly what their management always wanted. They knew what AJ possesses. They know what his success is. You know what I mean? They knew what it was. Oh, ball buster. Crazy. Damn, Conlon hit him in the ball sack. Oh, okay. Now it's over the head punches. Okay, now these guys, okay, yeah, they got to bring them together. That's going to be a tough fight. But I'm glad it's almost over. But anyway, back to Wilder. Team Wilder, they want to be compared to Anthony Joshua. Why do you think Deontay talks about Anthony Joshua so much? Because he knows the value in it. You ain't even got to fight a motherfucker to get a raise. That has to look. You have to be look. All you have to do is talk about a rich guy. Hey, I know, man. I know Anthony Joshua. I'm gonna fight that motherfucker one day. You don't have to really fight him to get people to listen to you. You know what I mean? Especially you've been fighting for fucking ever. You don't have to. You know. So comparing Anthony Joshua to Deontay Wilder and vice, that's what they want because they always want him to be in sentence because they know where the money is. Okay, Pacquiao beat Horn, got robbed of his WBO belt, so it can be handled to Bud. That was Aram's plan the whole time. I guess. You know, I think really, I think it wasn't Bud's. I think it was more of Horn's. Because Bob Arum wanted that fight in Australia for a reason. You know that, right? Sandhill. He wanted it for a reason. He wanted it there because Jeff Horn was an undefeated fighter. He had a good story. The dude's a school teacher / boxer, right? Undefeated. He knows that the crowd will get, he has a country behind him. You know, Australia, you know, that's a part of the UK. They love boxing down there, don't they not? And then he won too. That's a great success story. That's something to build on. Maybe Bob Arum was behind it all, but it wasn't because of Terence Crawford. You see, it was up to Terence Crawford to move up to 147. He hasn't done that as of yet. So when Pacquiao got upset or whatever, or robbed or whatever against Jeff Horn, he didn't even make that decision yet. So I don't think that was in the plan. I don't. I think Bob Arum knew that Manny Pacquiao was older, knew that Pacquiao was on his way out, knew that Pacquiao was looking for other avenues of promotion, you know, and he was like, you know what? I'm going to bank and put my money on Jeff Horn. And that's what he did, right? Even though Pacquiao in the 10th round had that boy almost out of there, that boy gave him one hell of a fight. He bullied him around the ring. Manny Pacquiao did hit in spots, but he was a smaller guy. What can he do? But that night, being smaller was not better for Manny Pacquiao. It was better for Jeff Horn. Right? Why do you think Jeff Horn went to 154? He was a big ass welterweight. Maybe he was having problems making weight, you know. But yeah, he fought the fight of his life, and he was an awkward like guy, and that right hand did land to Manny's face a lot. Then he was cut, and the cut made it look worse. The cut gave you a story like, man, how much of that head, how much of that shit's gonna bleed, right? How long is he gonna bleed for until they stop the cut? So there was a lot of things that was going on. You know what I mean? That's all it was. Big homie. Bud took Khan apart, plain and simple. Absolute suburb counterpunch. Absolutely. Big homie, you're right on the money with that. Khan did not know how to handle an ass whooping from a tactical standpoint. Okay? He was not able. This motherfucker's actually outboxing me. My speed don't even help me at this point. And Antonio Matthews, Khan quit. Crawford matched him in speed and skill. And then look, here's one thing that Khan did not have. Khan did not have angles. He did not have experience with dealing with people that uses angles. You know? So if there's anything, any comparison that you could say about Terence Crawford is comparing him to Floyd Mayweather, there you go. You know, so if you want the best, because we never seen Khan in Floyd. I wanted to see that fight. I wanted to see that fight 3 or 4 years ago because it's funny that he fought the guy twice that actually was beaten by Khan, which was Marcos Maidana, right? So, yeah. But Khan got what he was looking for. Khan got to fight the best fighter in the world. So if I'm Khan, I wouldn't be mad because Khan only wanted to fight the best. He fought Canelo. He couldn't fight Pacquiao. He couldn't fight Mayweather, but he fought Canelo and he fought Bud Crawford. Okay? He was able to fight these guys. So he knew where he stood. He got knocked out by Canelo, but not outboxed. Okay? But he got outboxed by Terence Crawford, but not knocked out. He quit. But he quit because he knew, I can't do anything with this guy. I have to do something. Because this guy's going to pick me apart and beat my ass down to the ground. And that's exactly what Terence Crawford was commencing to do. And that's real talk. So he got the hell out of there. You know? Oof. Yo, look, these are some grueling ass fights, man. You got Ireland versus Puerto Rico, then Ireland versus Russia. Dude, these are some hellified punches and fights. These exchanges are gruesome. It's nasty. It's murky fights. You know. And then both fighters are busted up. You know. Khan is only in it for paydays. He sells his glass chin to the highest bidder. Sergio. Doesn't matter. You know, he's prize fighting. You know, and really, honestly, Khan in his career now, he can't look to try to build up to something. He has to go for those big-ass paydays. You know, if you're getting 7 million pounds, of course that's what you're going to do. He has a family. He has a lifestyle. You know, he likes to, you know, go on the internet and look up strange things. But he won't fight nobody. Khan did really well to beat Maidana. I think that was his best ever victory. That was pretty impressive when he dropped him with that body shot to the body. He hit him with that body shot and made Maidana like, oh! Now you can't deny a knockout. Knockouts are exciting. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's what is it, Luke K or some shit? Counterpunch to you. Beyonce ducks everybody who can show him. Yeah, that's why he needs to fight everybody. Wilder, he has some answering to do. He has to answer a lot of questions. He has to prove a lot of people wrong, and I'm one of them. And I would love for him to do that. Because I'm all for like build up fights, but if you're just talking shit and ain't fighting, you're doing it for another reason. Because it ain't fighting, it ain't proving you're the best. You doing it for another reason. What you doing it for, right? What's your reason? Okay, yeah, you're getting a pay increase because you're making people think that you're gonna do something. Luis Ortiz is ancient. And that's the thing. Both of those guys, honestly, and not just Wilder and Ortiz. Because Wilder, he praises Ortiz like Ortiz and beat every ass in the valley. You know? He kicked every ass in the land, people. Then I did it. Nobody did it but me. Who the fuck did he beat? Bryant Jennings? Bryant Jennings is a good contender. You know, he's lost to Oscar Rivas and he's lost to Luis Ortiz and he's lost to Vladimir Klitschko. Okay? But then, really, who is he beat? Who is Bryant Jennings beat? You know what I'm saying? He lost. He fought some top guys. Now, it makes Luis Ortiz's resume look good with that win because that person has been beat by some of the best. I get it. Oscar Rivas beat him. And, you know, and he was beating Oscar Rivas. This Oscar Rivas is a tough motherfucker. You know? That mother sucker's tough. Okay? So he got caught, you know, but Rivas is a very dangerous fighter. You know? But at least Rivas has fought White. Rivas has fought Bryant Jennings. Right? So those guys, you know, it's funny. These guys need to fight other fighters. They need to get the hell out of PBC and start fighting other fighters. And if they don't, at least Ortiz versus Charles Martin, Adam Kalinowski. Let's do some, fuck Chris Arreola. Let's give me somebody that we've heard of. That's all they need to do. They both need to prove themselves. Because if Deontay Wilder is talking about how dangerous Luis Ortiz is, well, Luis Ortiz has to actually do something to prove that what Deontay Wilder said made sense. And it's true. Because if he didn't say what if he didn't make sense, if he's lying, if he's not as strong, he ain't showed nobody. He ain't showed nobody because he ain't fought nobody. You know, nobody else. You fought Wilder. Okay, Wilder has fought who? Tyson Fury and drawed with him? That's it? Dominic Brazil don't fucking count no more. Fuck. Dominic Brazil for Luis Ortiz. Fight him. Fight Deontay Wilder's leftovers then. Shit. Do something. Show that you're that dangerous. See, so if, okay. Wilder knocked out Brazil in one round, right? Okay. Now, if they were only going to stay, like Al Heyman loves them, only these guys to fight in the same stable. Dominic Brazil is in that same stable. Okay. Now what you do, you take Ortiz, because he's lost by Wilder, and take Brazil, which is also lost by Wilder, both by knockout. Put them together, make these motherfuckers fight, and see who's better. And if Luis Ortiz is able to shut out Dominic Brazil in however rounds, then it would show legitimacy of Deontay's win over Ortiz, because Ortiz has beat someone credible. Okay, not too much credible, but because I mean, who is Dominic Breazeale beat? He's beat a couple undefeated fighters in between getting stopped by Joshua. But I mean, look at his resume. Breazeale has a pretty good resume, right? Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. He's fought that guy out of Miami, the undefeated guy. He's fought, is it Ogona, right? He's fought Ogona, which was undefeated, and he beat Ogona, right? So he's beat 2 undefeated guys and lost by 2 champions, right? Now it's time for Dominic Breazeale to fight Ortiz. Fight the 2 losers of Wilder and see what they do. If Luis Ortiz is able to beat Dominic Breazeale, okay, then that's legit. They're like, okay, now he is dangerous because he was able to beat the guys that Wilder already beat, or someone else to prove that he's credible, like Deontay Wilder claims he's credible, right? But if he loses to Dominic Breazeale, what can we really say about Luis Ortiz? Nothing. And then that makes Deontay Wilder's win not that credible over Luis Ortiz. You know, if they try to say he was old, okay, motherfucker, well, he was old then. That means he was old when Wilder fought him too, right? Because he was old the whole time. That was the whole word around the campfire. He's old. So he really did, you know, so if he was old, that means when Wilder hit him, it really wasn't credible. So it still breaks his credibility to a certain degree, you know? But if Luis Ortiz wins, it's a different story. And that makes Deontay Wilder, that win look a lot credible. That makes his resume look a lot better. You know, then people will actually start to believe that, you know, all of his followers and those guys and those Myrmidons, them motherfuckers were like, yeah, see, Luis Ortiz can shut out Dominic Breazeale too. You know, he's the best in the world. You know, Luis Ortiz, that's why Joshua Dwight don't want none of them. You know. Good things come to those who wait. Good things come to those who wait, Zaros. Yeah, I know. I remember that shit. And Jim Gray went out and like straight out counterpunched his ass, didn't he? We don't want to see, no disrespect to Breazeale, we don't want to see Breazeale. We don't want to see that. We want to see Joshua. We want to get all the most money as possible. Nick Conlon. Pat couldn't take steroids anymore. All right. There we go with the steroid shit. Come on, people. Hit that like button. We got to have 170 on the chat. Let's hit the like button. Like check. 212. Everyone hit the like button for me. Let's keep this going. It really helps the channel. It helps the notifications come through for the other subscribers. You know. There's strength in numbers. Hit that like button. Crawford's footwork is godlike. Dude, he is talented. And you know something about Terence Crawford? The irony of Terence Crawford, he's that gifted, but he's yet that humble. But is that really a good thing for selling? You know what I mean? Because he's so soft-spoken. And not even soft-spoken, he's just quiet. He's just calm. You know, he's down there like, dude, I just woke up. You know, I just show people I'm the best. You know, I just keep proving them wrong. If they don't believe me, you know, just go into the ring and, you know, they can show me. Because I will show you. I used to fight all the time. You know, he just like one of them little mellow dudes. You know what I mean? Like he just woke up from a fucking nap. You know? Damn, inmates clowning on Wilder. Wilder fought no one of the worst heavyweight champions. Yeah, you know, I understand Rivas in the White fight. Yeah, I mean, but look what White was able to do. He fought Rivas. Nobody wanted to fight Rivas. Tyson Fury didn't want to fuck with Rivas. You know, he didn't want none of that smoke. You know? Victor Cazares. Is that the Victor Cazares from Shreveport that I know? If so, counterpunch to you, brother. Crawford versus Canelo. Crawford versus Canelo. Oh, man. You know something? It would still be a good fight, and I'm going to tell you why. I know Canelo would take that fight because he has the advantage. But Crawford is a pure boxer. He's a pure boxer, and Canelo has always had problems with pure boxers. Because Crawford knows, I can catch this guy, I'm taller, they're about the same height, but I think Crawford's a little taller. But I'm taller, I don't know about necessarily quicker, but he has him in the speed category, but understand he's coming up 13 pounds. So what does that do to Crawford's speed? What really does it do to his speed? Will he gain power? But I don't think Crawford needs power per se, because Floyd didn't need power to really hurt Canelo. He needed reflex and pop. See, his reflex and his counterpunching abilities is what beat Canelo. And Mayweather did it in a different way. He did it with the shoulder roll, and he stood right there, almost like a bull in a matador kind of situation with Canelo, and Canelo was just getting frustrated. But Crawford ain't going to fight him like that. Crawford's going to fight him like an aggressive Lara. Remember how usually Lara just sit from the outside and every so often, and then step right back. When Canelo tried to engage, Lara wasn't there. He was still in the same position. 2 steps outside, and he would give him side-to-side lateral movements, and it drove people crazy. And of course, Mexican fans hate that shit. They want you to come straight up, head-to-head, fuck it, take my punch, let's trade, let's see who's tougher, let's get this fucking fight on. I ain't got time to be trying to swing at you, and you slipping and duck. They're not trying to do that. That's cool when they're in the pocket trading punches, and who can slip somebody's punch. And that's their way of defense. But someone fighting from the outside, they don't look at that as a complete fighter. So Terrance is fighting tonight, Curtis Crane. But Terrance will fight him like that, but I think Terrance will put the stank on it. Now, when I say when he puts the stank on it, he will be more aggressive. But being more aggressive with Canelo is exactly what Canelo's looking for, because Canelo's a counterpuncher. So if he knows this guy's fighting me on the outside most of this fucking fight, I have to make it count when he does come in and engage me. So this looks like the fight study. These guys ain't even talked about set a fight date or what yet, but that would be a good fight. But then what would Canelo's punch do to Terence Crawford? You know what I mean? Like what could that do? Will this, I know he don't have a glass chin. Matter of fact, I don't even think Terence Crawford's ever been down, right? Babyface Nelson 402. No, that does not mean the heavyweight division is trash because it takes one right to end them all. This is the heavyweight division. One punch can end it all. That's the reality of it. It doesn't have anything to do with them being trash. That makes no sense. What sites do you guys used to stay on to date on boxing? All of them. All of them, bro.
We're 4-0 with 4 knockouts as it stands now. I don't see why it's going to be any different, and at the end of the night, it won't be 5-0 with 5 KOs.
This is my destiny. Defend the title as much as I can.
Now the question is, who's going to prove Ortiz old? Since when does a guy lose to the top guy in boxing and people like his career is over? I'm a little lost on that. Ex-con, that's exactly what I'm talking about. They have to fight someone, or somebody has to fight them, But then you don't know whose fault is it that Ortiz is only fighting guys that you never fucking heard of. Travis Kaufman. Come on, bro. Who the fuck is that? Dude, is he going to the show the fight live? No, I'm not going to show the fight live. Let's get a mic check, people. Hit that like button. Kill you, Kurt, but Ortiz has to stay active. Yeah, he has to stay active, but fuck. He's getting older, so he can't afford to just stay fighting fucking tomato can, tomato can, tomato can, nobody, nobody, nobody. He can't do that if he's fucking 40 years old. Right? He can't do that. And if he's older than 40 years old, you know what I mean? Okay, that means he really can't do that. He doesn't have that type of time. With the skill that in the resources and the power and his physical condition right now, he has to do something now. He can't wait on Wilder. He's tried Wilder twice. Wilder put him down twice. He has to go to the other avenue. The best thing, if I'm Luis Ortiz, I'll be trying to backtrack. I'll be trying to, you know what, let me fight Ruiz. Knock out Ruiz, then after that, I could cash out on Joshua. And I know they'll give me about $7-8 million like they did fucking Ruiz for the first go around, right? That's what I'll be trying to do if I'm Ortiz. I'm sorry. I wouldn't be trying to fight these motherfuckers that Al Heyman is feeding me to make somebody else look fucking better, because this is all they're doing. Al Heyman is keeping Luis Ortiz, right? I don't know if he's still keeping Luis Ortiz, but up until the point he fought Deontay Wilder, what he was doing, ex-con AJ versus Ortiz, lit. All he's really doing, or all he was doing was he was keeping Luis Ortiz fighting these guys to make Ortiz look better than he really is supposed to be. Instead of fighting him in a top fight, so you get this perception that, man, Ortiz is just beating everybody, you know, and he's only lost once, and that was for the top dude. You know what I mean? But who are the dudes that he's fought? So that makes you think that he's doing a lot better than he really is, and he's not. That's just like Wilder's record. It makes you think that Wilder just, oh, man, I knocked out all these motherfuckers. He knocked out a bunch of nobody motherfuckers. He knocked them motherfuckers out like, who the fuck are they? Deontay Wilder knocks who the fuck out once again in round 6. Oh, you know what? Deontay Wilder in round 2 knocked who the fuck out in round 2. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. I still want to see Bo Lewis. You can see them motherfuckers in the nursing home, bro. You know what I mean? What do you think the AJ fought Ruiz in both fights beat Ortiz? You think that AJ that fought Ruiz in both fights beat Ortiz? I don't know. And here's the problem with that. Look, it's hard to explain that because Ortiz has a name. Because, see, at the time, Ortiz had only lost once. And he lost once to Wilder, and then he gave Wilder hell. You know, that fight was, you know, it had some question marks in that fight. Okay? Now, he's one of those dudes that if Joshua wanted to fight Ortiz, he would have knew he would have knew about Ortiz. Nobody knew about Andy Ruiz. Let's just be real. Nobody knew who the fuck Andy Ruiz was. You know, except Joseph Parker, and he won a decision against him. Since look, out of sight is out of mind with boxing. Since Parker decision Ruiz didn't really fight a lot after that because Bob Arum wasn't giving him the opportunities. Okay, so nobody really knew who the hell he was. He was just another guy, you know, a chunky ass guy that threw good combinations, but he lost a decision and then never fought again after that. So he was under the radar. So nobody knew who he was. Joshua didn't know who he was. All he was focused on is the top. Because he was at the top, so you focus on the others at the top. I think boxing purists all want to see the best versus the best. Some have the balls for it, and some obviously don't. Brian Hopkins, excellent counterpunch. It's going to be a tough fight for Lopez. You know, he's going to earn this shit. He wants Loma. He's going to earn it with this guy. AJ had glangia fever. Okay. I don't know what that is. What is ganglia fever? I think the top guys like Wilder, Fury, and Joshua should all be fighting each other. Yeah, me too. Bro, he sleeps. AJ ain't no outboxing him. Okay? You have to be on your game all 12 rounds. Hey, I agree with that. You do. You can't overestimate Deontay. And that's what happens. Deontay will fool you going in there. A lot of those guys, look at even Ortiz started to clown, started to fucking, play and fucking pantomime and shit like he just horse playing. You don't horse play with fucking Wilder because at any minute when Wilder came out, I think it was the 6th round or the beginning of the 7th, and just start shooting rights. You just start shooting. I start getting nervous because I know one of the motherfuckers hit and land, that could be his ass. And he started making plan. He started, I'm going to play with Wilder because he was having fun in there. You can't have fun in there with Wilder. I don't care how confident you get. That confidence turns into cockiness. And he's waiting for it. You know? He is waiting for it. Yeah, no payday for Ortiz. He lost his chance when he turned down the offer to fight AJ. You know what, Johnny Best? That might be both of them motherfuckers. Ortiz and Wilder. But Wilder is he's that guy over there. He's the top guy. And then they can afford to pay him, and if he's happy with what they pay him, that's it. He don't need $100 million. And like I said, he's not after $100 million. He's after whatever they give him. No, he doesn't look simple. Facts. Ortiz won every round. There's a lot to one punch. You can't not let AJ do that. Well, no, he can't. Because here's the thing. AJ either dominates him, breaks him down, and knocks him out, or Anthony Joshua gets knocked out. That's pretty much what it is. AJ was offering him peanuts. Motherfucker, them some big peanuts. Mizuki, Darkshire, them some big ass peanuts he was offering him. I never seen peanuts that big. Neither has Wilder. $12 million as opposed to 1.4, then 2.1. Those were his highest fight purses. That shit was just last year, Mizuki. So what the fuck are you thinking? What's $12 million compared to 2.1 or 1.4? Come on, man. Make that shit make sense. You guys sitting here acting like these motherfuckers were getting lowballed. It would be different if he offered him $3 million. Because he does have a belt, but fuck, his belt ain't even worth $12 million fucking dollars. I wouldn't give a motherfucker, you got one belt and I'm gonna offer you half of what I got? I got more of the pie, bitch. You got 25%, I got 75%. What are you talking about? That's what I'm talking. See, you motherfuckers they sitting come on this live feed and talk about how Team Joshua lowballs people. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna counterpunch you and shut this shit down right now. Who was the cash cow? Who got paid more than any fucking body in the sport? Mizuki, answer that question to me. Answer the question. I'm gonna talk to you like Floyd talking to Brian Kenny. Answer the question. Who is the pound for pound cash cow? Answer the question. Who made more money? Answer the question. Right? Answer the question. Who is the cash cow? Who has made the most money in one night? Can anybody tell him? No. Who has made the most money in one night? Not one contract. That's Canelo. One night.
Terence Crawford. Let me tell you something. I consider him the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. I think a lot of hardcore fight fans do.
No, no, it's not AJ. It's not. I said one night. Exactly, ex-con. Counterpunch. Floyd, Money, Mayweather. Right? Who's made more money? Me. Floyd, Money, Mayweather. And guess what? All the money that Floyd made, he's made more money in the Pacquiao fight. What, 280 million? Something like that, right? Didn't he make that much money? Right? Okay, check this out. If Floyd made more money than anybody in the sport of boxing, listen to what I'm saying. How much money? This is the question. Mizuki, right? I hope you're still there because I got a counterpunch. How much money did he offer his fighters besides Pacquiao? How much money did he offer Canelo? How much money did he offer Maidana? How much money did he offer the Haitian fighter? How many? Yeah, good. I'm glad you're here. How much money did Floyd offer his fighters? Answer that question. Answer. How much money did he offer them? And that was the Floyd Mayweather sweepstakes. How much money? You know, if Joshua's lowballing these guys, how much did Floyd make? He's the cash cow. He made more money than any fucking body in the sport. How much money did he offer? Like $3 million. Thank you, Antonio Matthews. He offered Maidana $3 million for both fights. $3 million and $3 million. Now, Mizuki, do you call that fucking lowballing? Do you call that lowballing? Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. Here we go. Johnson. $50 million was offered to AJ fight. He will never made that much. Guess what? No, one fight. Motherfucker, what do you call 85 million? Come on, man. What do you call 85 fucking million dollars? I'm gonna counterpunch you in a minute. I gotta get to Mizuki. Because you coming. I'm gonna hold you in place. You next up. Right? Now, Mizuki, when he was offered $3 million per fight, that's Maidana twice. That was a rematch clause. Okay. Rematch clause. When he offered Canelo $5 million to fight him, did Canelo ever say Mayweather lowballed me? No. And he was the fucking cash cow. He was Floyd Money Mayweather. So if Floyd, the highest paid boxer alive, people, he's made more money than anybody in the sport. If he can offer $5 million to Canelo and Canelo don't say shit, he's grateful. If he offers $3 million to fucking Maidana twice, he's grateful for his 2 fights. He fucking retired after that and then got fat. He looked like Sammo Hung and shit when you saw him next. Right? Okay, what's the Haitian fighter? It's eluding me. Why can't I remember his name right now? His last fucking fight. Who did he fight last? Somebody help me out. Because McGregor. Oh, that's McGregor. McGregor was a crossover fighter, though. That's a different thing. That really wasn't about. Okay? That wasn't even about. Pacquiao. Look, you guys are talking about icons. Right? Berto. Exactly. How much Berto got? He got $4 fucking million. Right? $4 million. Thank you. Counterpunch to Julian, Mr. Tibbs. Look, appreciate you guys. But where I'm going with this, why can Floyd offer guys $3 million, $5 million, $4 million? And nobody says shit. Nobody narrates that it's a lowball offer. Now, I'm going to tell you why in a minute, but why can AJ, that didn't get paid what Floyd got paid in one fight on one night and wasn't really reviewed as the cash cow, how can he offer career high payday money to these motherfuckers and they call it fucking slave wages? Then they call it lowballing. Get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all look, what? I don't even get this. No, wait a minute. As I promised. Where you at? It was Mayweather. You beat him. You become the cash cow. Nobody beat him though, Mizuki. It didn't fucking matter. Anthony Joshua's ass was undefeated too. But he was still offering people what? $3 million, $4 million, $5 million. So get the fuck out of here. Joshua offered twice as much to Wilder. Twice more than that. Come on, man. Let's make this shit make sense, bro. You guys are fucking with this shit and y'all trying to look. Wilder ain't made the amount of money. If he made that type of money, it would be a different story. He didn't make that type of money before. If he say he wanted to fight and he's offering him the type of money that he was offered, come on, $100 million. Deontay Wilder ain't worth fucking $10 million. He wouldn't even worth that. I would have offered him $10 million before offering him 12. Come on, man, y'all. Okay, the $50 million. All right, $50 million. I ain't forgot about you, Arian. I haven't forgot about you. You next in line. $50 million. Who in the fuck offers $50 million to somebody without a contract with a 24-hour deadline? Take it or leave it. You better say yes until we can proceed with the rest of the shit. Who the fuck does that? And you know what I mean? And who says, when did AJ turn down the fucking money? He questioned if it was real. Why would he question this if it was real or not? Because, damn, there's no contract to sit behind what you say you have. Speak it, believe it, receive it. What the fuck are you mean? If you believe in it, speaking it, believing it, receiving it, you need to bring some shit to make me fucking believe it. and especially make me receive it. Let's roll. Exactly, Antonio Matthews. That was the response of Anthony Joshua. Let's roll. when he offered the 50 million, but they could not produce a fucking contract because they wanted to be bitches and say, "No, you gotta accept it moving forward. You got 24 hours." If Eddie Hearn would have said, "Hey, we're gonna give you $30 million, you got 24 hours, or you ain't getting shit. But we ain't gonna send you no fucking we ain't sending you no contract. You just gotta say yes first." They would clown Eddie Hearn. They would say, "Eddie Hearn, you full of shit. You ain't even sending no contract." Every LDBC motherfucker will be doing the same shit. They would say the same. He didn't even have a contract. But nobody says shit when Shelly Finkel and his fucking myrmidons do this bullshit. We know the deal magically goes away. Well, fuck, if you give somebody 24 hours, you know the time difference between UK and here? That's 6 hours. So technically you got about 18 hours, right? What the fuck? Do you really want this fight that bad like you claim you do and you giving somebody a 24-hour period? If he was serious about it, he would have been like, "Look, we're going to offer you $50 million. We're going to give you time to look at it. We're going to send you contracts, let you look at it and tell me what you think. Get back with us if you have any questions." That's how you really do shit. Them motherfuckers didn't want to fight, bro. None of them did. That's why they questioned, okay, I have never been approached like this by a guy that claims that he wants to fight me. Come on, man. You know what I mean? And then really the counteroffer was John Skipper coming in and saying, "Okay, if you offered AJ, so you claim, you offered AJ $50 million, we're going to give you $100 million for 2 fights. We're going to give you that same deal. Since you bitched and pissed and moaned that it was so fucking good, we're going to give you that shit for each fight." Now make that shit make sense. Come on, man. Y'all don't get me started with that fucking Deontay Wilder Jedi mind trick shit. He did that shit because he wanted to be known. It raised his profile though, didn't it? Hearn driving a slave deal. How so? Oh, if Hearn is driving a slave deal, Mizuki, what the fuck is Al Heyman driving? What the fuck is PBC driving? What the fuck is Fox driving? They gave this motherfucker $3 million guarantee, and you think that ain't a slave deal? We can't have a double standard. You a Wilder guy, right? So what did they fucking guarantee Wilder for his last fight? Since you know it all, Mizuki, tell me. Tell me, I'm waiting for you. Hurry up and type that shit. If you know. Fucking Wilder Jedi mind trick. It's some bullshit.
This is my friend Barry.
Yeah, I know. This isn't fucking boxing ego. Boxing ego lives in his own world. That's just stupid. He doesn't want to debate. He wants to be God. Now, it ain't about being God around here. It's about fucking saying real facts and getting shit out. We can talk all fucking day. You know.
Actually paid for the same car, so I know if I'm getting a great price. This is how car buying was always meant to be. This is true car.
So, new propaganda, boxing ego. Look, here's my thing. I don't have to block a motherfucker, right? I'm just asking him a question. If he thinks that Eddie Hearn gave him a slave driving deal, what the fuck do you think that Al Heyman has done to his fighters? Or not even his fighters, to Deontay Wilder?
This season, order the perfect gift at WeatherTech.com. And don't forget WeatherTech gift cards.
In fact, I can put this shit behind here. There we go.
These are the moments that only the very few truly know.
Yeah, but young, hungry, strong fighter that's coming up.
Yeah, look. Here's the thing, man. That motherfucker don't got nothing to say. You own this shit for a reason. You're mad at me because you don't agree with me. Well, and I'm just trying to ask you why you don't agree with me. So I'm trying to counterpunch the bullshit. You know? And I'm asking questions you can't answer. Come on, man. What do we got? The PBC must be giving Wilder something on the side. Even if they are, right? Even if the PBC is giving him something on the side, right? If that's the case, why can't he talk about it? Right? And if you don't want to talk about it for tax reasons, cool, I get it. Because if somebody's giving you a lump sum of money, he's giving you some under the counter shit, like here's $1 million, here's $2 million, and you know it's tax free money. Look, I ain't gonna say shit either, but I do know one thing. I do know the money that he's getting under the table is not the amount of money that fucking AJ is getting in the light. Okay, it doesn't compare still. You know, it's just enough money to make him shut the fuck up. Because if you notice, he was like, hey, we're not going to discuss my increase or my salary or my fight purses. Well, damn, that's all you was doing was talking about how Eddie Hearn was lowballing you. You know what I mean? But you're not going to talk about something that someone else gives you. All right, that makes sense. Okay. I think Heyman didn't want Ortiz to get in there with AJ because he knew that would probably happen. Then AJ KOs Ortiz and his guy KOs doesn't look good. As the Alex Stancato, you're absolutely right. See, it breaks the credibility, it breaks the strength, the legitimacy of the win of Wilder. The Wilder is the only one that beat Luis Ortiz that makes him look that much better. And see, he don't have to fight motherfuckers as long as Ortiz don't lose to nobody else. If he don't lose to nobody else, he's cool. He's good with that. Right? But it comes with a price because Ortiz now can't fight anyone else because it breaks the credibility of Wilder because Wilder hasn't fought and beat anyone yet. See, he's supposed to knocked out Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's supposed to lost. He didn't supposed to draw with Fury. Then it wouldn't have mattered. He would have had Ortiz. He would have had Tyson Fury, right? Both knockouts. That was last year. And then he could move on to whatever. But since that draw, it held everything up. Since it held everything up, then it went against the plans for his progression because he really didn't progress because he only whooped one ass last year. One, right? So he had to stay back and do that shit again to make that shit do what it's supposed to done for this year. See, Deontay Wilder is supposed to create a certain fan base based on what he's done. In 2018 was his coming out party, right? And I don't even think they wanted to really even fight Joshua last year. I don't even believe that. You know, they say they did, but I don't believe that shit for a lot of reasons. So he was just meant to fight Ortiz. Then Fury came out of nowhere. He fought Fury. And then from Fury, he was like, okay, well, I'll knock out Fury. Then we'll talk about Joshua. But then they were going to talk about Joshua doing this ego comparison shit about how good the WBC belt is. And we really the A side. You heard this shit from Wilder. This motherfucker was talking about he was the A side. Making that little money talking about the A side. Selling that lesser pay-per-views talking about the A side. Why do you think people over here always put the emphasis on the amount of money that our pay-per-views are? Because they want to give you that idea that Joshua don't make that much. That Wilder makes a lot more than Joshua based on the tickets are 75 over there versus 25 over there versus 75 over here. They want you to give you that perception. That's why they talk about it all the time. It doesn't compete and compare because we get $75 per pay-per-view over here. Yes, and the shit's dying like a motherfucker. Why? Because it's too expensive and people are fire sticking that shit left and right. Streaming it. They don't give a shit about that. Let's just be real. Wilder should have 40 knockouts fighting with a mental plate in his head. Why is Fury worried about the WBC belt when he had those early titles, right? If trying to claim the lineage. I don't know. It looks like he'll be trying if the lineage, it's almost like he's not trying to get his belts back because he felt he already made them. So that's his argument. He said, well, I already fought Klitschko for those belts, so I don't have to fight Joshua for those belts because technically those belts are still mine because I'm lineage. I'm the guy that beat the guy, and you can't take that away from me. Teofimo Lopez, 14-0, 11 KOs, 134.4 pounds, age 22, from Brooklyn, New York. Okay. Young Petty, 385. Ortiz was signed to Hearns a couple years ago. Thank you for the super chat. Absolutely, he was. He fought Who did he fight? He fought Malik Scott, and he fought also Dave, not Price, but what's that cat's name? He got beat by David Price not too long ago, but he knocked out Dave. I forget his last name, but anyway, he knocked him out, and then he dropped Malik Scott. And Hearn wasn't impressed, so to speak. Allen, right? Dave Allen, thank you. Oh shit, Comay's from Ghana. 29-2 and 26 KOs. Yeah, that's a high knockout percentage, people. This is an experienced guy coming in at 134.2. Born in Accra, Ghana, resides in the Bronx. So it's Brooklyn versus the Bronx in the house, people. You know? I know, we could be there for a week talking about that motherfucker, right? Ricky Holguin. Okay? It's Richard Comey versus Teofimo Lopez. Right? Ego is better than you, facts. Okay. You biased to anybody besides PBC fighters. Okay, well, I mean, Arian Johnson. If you feel that Ego's better than me, why don't you go the fuck over there and hang out with Boxing Ego? I'm pretty sure he's on live somewhere. The motherfucker stays on live 24 hours a day. So I think you should go over there and hang out with him and talk all the PBC shit you want. And I didn't say all PBC. I don't know what you mean. It's stupid. You said you're biased to anybody besides the PBC? No, I think you mean the other way around, dyslexic motherfucker. I think you mean that. Counterpunch your shit, right? Don't worry, I got a case of dyslexia too. But you know, you got to think about that shit before you type it. I say the shit, but you normally think before you fucking type. You know, give you time to talk about what you said. But you're more than happy to go the fuck over there. Real talk. And guess what? You didn't answer my motherfucking question. You're talking about Ego better than me. I just asked you a motherfucking question. You couldn't answer. Why can Floyd? Oh shit! Comey caught his ass with fucking 2 right hands. Arian, enough with you. Be gone now. Focused on the fight at hand. And Comey is giving fucking Lopez the business with his straight jab, a standard jab. And you know what that jab is looking like? You know, he's from Accra, Ghana. I wonder, oh, he's hooking off the jab. He's hooking off the jab. I like his stance, right? He reminds me of Ike Cortez, you know, but with a little bit more fluidity in his movement. You know, he can move a little better. But similar stance. Kind of like, I don't know if you guys knew who Ben Tacky was, but Ben Tacky was like a fighter that he was a journeyman, but he was a strong fucking fighter. A Wilder Ruiz fight in the UK would be a great idea. I don't know, man. I think the closer to Mexico would be better because Ruiz has a country behind him. If he goes to the UK, Ruiz will be that guy that just got outboxed by Joshua. And Wilder ain't known that big in the UK, so I don't think so. You know? Cali in the house, Mr. G.O.B. This is a good fight because you can tell because Lopez now has to really think because he thought he was going to come in there with a guy that's going to just go give him angles. But he's making it hard because Comey is staying on the outside and he's jabbing. He's catching Lopez with some of these jabs. Lopez is starting to adjust because he's implementing the shoulder roll with that jab and he's reflecting those jabs off the shoulder roll now. But at the beginning, he was showing him the business. See, Lopez, yeah, he has to come inside. He has to get closer in. And he's trying to time a right uppercut or over the top. Good tactical bout so far. Nobody's really imposed what on anyone. 15 seconds left. They're trading jabs right now. Lopez really can't get his counterpunching in the inside yet. I don't think that he's actually made the adjustments in distance, but this is a good fight. This is a very good damn fight already. Corte had a high guard. Winky's right style. Winky right style. Yeah. I admit. Winky Wright was a motherfucker. You know. This looks like a good matchup. Honestly, so far, it might steal the show. Yeah, it might. And I'm really, this is probably what stole the show, though. I'll admit it. AJ looked Larry Holmes against Ruiz. Look, he just paid homage. I just finished a video. I complete a lot of videos, but I don't publish them. And after this, I will publish it. But Anthony Joshua did have a lot of interesting things to say about Lennox Lewis and Larry Holmes. And you could tell that he was looking and emulating a lot of those fighters on how they were able to box their way to a victory without getting themselves in great danger. Using the true science of the sport. Hit and not get hit. It might not be the most entertaining, but it is what the fuck it is. That power will make Lopez think twice. Yeah, I think look, that right hand, he chops over the right, follow with a left hook from Comey, followed by a jab. Look, Lopez is in a fight now. You ask for these top fights, you're going to eventually get it. You keep talking shit, you're going to eventually get it. Brother Daggett, go Crawford. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Absolutely. Crawford is the man. Uh-oh. The left hook got Comey off guard. You got to watch that left hook. Oh, right hand drops Comey. Oh, the power people. The power people of this young blood. Oh, and it staggered Comey. Damn. Dude, Lopez got some power. He rocked him with a left and then followed with a right hand, dropped him instantly. Oh, my goodness. Oh, right, left, right, left. He looks like he's going to stop it. That's that same referee that was in Ortiz. Oh, now this is funny. The same fucking referee that refereed Wilder Ortiz. That was probably 5 seconds of onslaught, and they stopped the fight. But this is so funny. This same referee let the fucking Ortiz batter Wilder for what? 10, 11, 12 seconds? But Comey is out of there. He couldn't, look, he got hit with a punch. He didn't recover. And Teofimo took this guy out in 2 rounds. This guy has some pop with that left hook. He has a dangerous right hand. I don't know which one's, I think the left hook is what did it. And I think the right hand finishes off. Kind of like Felix Trinidad. The left hook is the most dangerous punch, but he has a sharp right hand to follow up with, but it's really the left hook. Oh, then he does the back tuck. Dude, Teofimo Lopez, dude, I like his charisma, man. You know what I mean? The first time I saw him, I seen him do that in tuck, come back down. Oh, didn't he give a good kiss to his old lady? That's how you do it. That's how you do it, champ. Teofimo Lopez in the house did what he said he's going to do. Took him out in style, fast, and fashion. Wow. 7+ number 1. Fury is going to get Wilder's belt. Ooh. Bold counterpunch. I heard that. Let's see if he can. He better keep jabbing. Yeah, he did struggle in the last fight. But look, this fight he did not struggle. So, yes, it's Loma versus Lopez now. Antonio Matthews, he is the guy. He's put himself in position to be where he wants to be. No more running, no more ducking, no more dodging. Don't wait, make the date. To this day, Lopez is on his way. This is what it is. 2 rounds, short night. Now it's time for Terence Crawford to do what he can do. But massive knockout. This guy is becoming the undercard kid. That's what I call him. New term. Teofimo. Lightweight. Oh, it's tears for fears. Oh, look, he's trying to keep it together. You know he want to cry, though. He going to cry when he get in the car. Yes, exactly. But he earned that. He hit Comey with a punch. Comey thought that he could take it, but he couldn't. Fuck you. Yeah, he stopped him. He was stopped because, look, he was wobbled to that magnitude. Loma is on another level, though. Orbit. Let me tell you something. He is on another level. He is. But what happens when when Lopez steps to that level? You see what I mean? What happens when they get on the same platform and they fight? What happens at that point? Politics, yeah, politics.
He's going to go and check on Richard Comey first. He wants to make sure that.
Yeah, that's the same ref, though. And Comey was like, man, fuck this. But look, he could have argued that it was a quick stoppage because he got hit and those punches weren't really hitting flush because he had his guard up. But, you know, it just shows you that I don't think this fight was hindered, fixed, or anything like that. I don't think. But this same ref allowed another fight to carry on long periods of time. Cataccord, counterpunch to you. Welcome to the chat. Teofimo Lopez stopped Comey 2 rounds. That's what's current. You know.
I'm here with Teofimo Lopez. You get that world championship. You fulfilled your
Lopez needs to keep fighting on Heisman night. Yeah, I like that Heisman. Hook to the top. Oh, yeah. Crawford about to mop the floor with this dude. South.
Thank you so much, man.
Lopez will stop Loma. Will KO Loma. Jay Gardner, I heard that. I counted Ortiz landed 14 punches on Wilder without a response, and the ref didn't stop it in the first fight. Fuck you. You're absolutely right. Superb counterpunch. That's what I was talking about. Same fucking ref. He hit him about 7 or 8 punches. How many punches did Lopez hit him with when he was on the road? 7 or 8? And he stopped it, right? But guess what? He did his fucking job. He did his fucking job.
For those reasons, man, it's gonna be an explosive night. This is a place where the greatest fighters have fought, where the greatest fighters have lost. But you come away with your first ever title, and you did it just down.
Oh, the tickets sold out? I'm not sure about the ticket sales.
Everything. It's a blessing on blessing, man. I'm grateful, man. I just want to tell everybody out there, dreams come true, man. You just gotta have faith in it and just keep going. 17 years, man. My first world title, winning it at Madison Square Garden.
15-0, 12 KOs.
Your dad said you would be a champion in 15 fights, and that you would be fighting Vasily Lomachenko in your 16th fight. Who do you want next? You guys know who you want, man. 2020.
In Honduras. Well, yeah, I'm in Honduras. That's where Lopez is from, right? He's from Honduras, right?
And I go to every athlete out there, to every fan that think that we're just robots. We're more than athletes, baby. More than athletes. We're gonna see it. Honduras.
La verdad. Lopez and Loma are both top right rank. Yep, the top rank. Nothing stopping that. Corey, MH91. Okay, look, this is what happens. Boom! Catches Comey. Comey takes a knee. Now, here's the thing. He was done. Bam! And look, he wanted to come with his right. But Lopez was he was already in position. Lopez knew he had to get closer to throw that punch. Comey should have been on the outside with that punch. That punch wouldn't have landed with that velocity. That's like Mike Tyson hitting who did he hit? He hit the White Rhino with that same punch. Yeah, he was hurt bad though, people. You know, and look, and in the Wilder fight, Wilder didn't do that shit. Wilder didn't. He didn't take a knee. No. Oh. See, he came in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now, a lot of these punches, he's blocking. Ref comes in. But look at the seconds on that. The seconds on that particular Onslaught was like about 5 seconds. It don't take long to throw punches, people. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this makes you think on how referees. Yeah, Loma struggled with Campbell. Ooh, sweet science. Counter punch. You saying he would counter? Oh, shit. They're both in the ring. Loma and Lopez are both in the ring. I want to see some shit talk.
We're looking for a roommate.
That's what I want to say. I want to see somebody talk some shit. Somebody shove somebody.
So we got
Throw the belt at them. Belt fight.
we could both agree on was getting Geico to help with renters insurance.
Black Chain, 1981. Brother, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you.
Yeah.
Botha. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Francois Botha. That's it. Yeah, the White Rhino. That was that Mike Tyson punch he hit him with. Lopez got better footwork, but I didn't know he had a power behind his shot. He does. Look, you think he was just knocking out them motherfuckers, just like hitting them with that left hook and making them fall over, fall straight down? Yes, that comes from power. Lagos Torre. I can't believe how bad Comey is. It's not how bad Comey is. Comey is not a bad fighter. He got hit with a punch that he did not know the punching power that Lopez. And people better understand what that means. That's why do you think Lopez was talking about going to 140? People don't talk about going to 140 unless they're confident in their power that they can move up to the weight class. See, 140 is like that last weight class before the biggest of the little people. The biggest of the little people is 147. Now, if you go up there, that changes tremendously because then people are... Understand something, first of all. People in weight classes, they don't never fight at their weight class. You understand that? The day after the fight, they weigh a totally different weight. Okay? Backstory. Joey Gamache, which was he was somebody's trainer here, Joey Gamache. I forget who he trained. But Joey Gamache fought Arturo Gatti. They weighed in at a 140. The next day, Gotti came in that motherfucker 160 pounds. Okay? He was fighting the middleweight and he got knocked out cold. Gotti knocked him out. Gotti flatlined him, bro. He was knocked out before he hit the ground, and he hit the ground like, blah. You know? It was bad, man. So when you go to 147, you're fighting close to middleweights because people balloon up. You know, when you're fighting smaller guys, you know, you're pretty sure that they're gonna be or stay a certain weight. But a lot of times that doesn't happen. You know, especially when you get to 147. Because if they make 147, they might come in at 159. So you're fighting a fucking middleweight. You know, and if you go up that, you know, it's like a curve. People are gonna gain 10 pounds or 13 pounds, 7, 8 pounds, right? But you know you have to have the punching power to go up there and to fuck with those guys. Because if you don't, you shouldn't be there. Because if you catch someone with that punch Lopez caught Comey with, and you have no effect on the fighter, he just shakes that shit off. You better not let him hit you like that. Ref is watching the real time. It looks like it landed. No, the right landed, Catacor. I'm not saying it didn't land. That motherfucker, he bobbled all over. He staggered like a drunken bum coming out of a saloon or something. You know.
Top fighters. Who is this guy? He never fought any of his top fighters. He's nothing in the boxing now. Yes, he has a very good skills. But if he take a belt, it makes sense for me.
Oh shit, Loma's talking shit. Loma's like, hey, he said, you need a belt. You see all these guys he knocking out? Hey, he need a belt. That's what makes sense for me. He got a belt now. So what do you do? What's good? He counterpunch. Juicy Lee, what's up? We're just watching the fight. We just seen Comey get beat, get stopped. Referee stopped the fight after he was badly hurt. Lopez put the stank on it. He stopped the fight, and now we're looking for the main event. You know, let's get it. Machine wins. Ooh, highway. Man, you need to put money on that type of shit, you know, because somebody beats Terence Crawford. You can't go back and you can't, you know, this ain't Back to the Future. You can't say, man, I wish I had money to put on the Cubbies. This ain't Back to the Future 2, bro. Damn, you just lost $200 for real? Ooh. And second thought, never mind. I don't like to see anybody lose money. How big is Honduras compared to Brazil and Argentina? Nah, let's not go there. Let's not go there with that shit. Loma's chin is definitely about to be tested. Teofimo Lopez hits a hell of a lot harder than Linares does, and Linares knocked Loma down. Ooh. Uh-oh, here we go.
See you in April.
So we'll see that fight in April. What did you see in
Oh, shit.
Teofimo Lopez's performance tonight?
I can explain because it was just a couple rounds and I don't understand what happened. This is boxing. This is это вот почему мы его любим.
That's why we love him. That's why we love this is boxing. That's why we love it. In terms of his performance, did he do anything to impress you? Power, speed, anything that you saw?
He always has a power and he's a smart fighter, but it depends your opponent.
2019 was a big year for you and Terrance, 1-1A in terms of pound for pound. What are your plans for 2020? What do you want to do?
I want to unificate title, and after that, I want to organize a fight with Gervonta Davis.
Very ambitious plans.
Wow, he calls out Davis. He wants to unify.
You couldn't look better than Teo looked tonight. But that
You know something, man? I really want Teofimo Lopez to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. You know what I mean? For some reason, I want that fight.
Azuma Nelson, great fighter early in his career, rushed into a fight with Sanchez. Salvador Sanchez is a late minute replacement when Nelson was undefeated. Went to school on the Sanchez loss, became a great fighter. We saw Jerry Cooney.
Crawford is going to beat the brakes off of him. Punch quote. Oh, man, that's your counter punch, bro. He's going to beat the brakes off of him. Loma looking at Lopez a little different now. But, you know, it's funny, though, Justin. It's funny. He said, I don't know what happened. It's on a few rounds. I don't know. But I'll see you in April. You know? And, you know, Lopez, he wanted that fight, you know? And that's for the WBA, the WBO, and the IBF. Okay, so we have to see. You know, and we know who has the WBC, Haney. You know, but he's injured right now, so we don't know what's going to happen with that. He's, you know, I think they should allow someone else to fight for that belt, and then when Haney comes back, he could fight for undisputed. Crawford not losing. Corey Loma won't fight him, and you know he won't win. I don't know. We just have to see, because I don't see any reason that Loma can't fight him now. They're on the same platform. They're in the same division. They're both champions. So I don't know. We just have to see. You know, don't feed too much into that franchise bullshit, okay? Because that shit there will get everybody off the main point. The main point is to see the best fight the best. You know?
Yeah, I'm happy for Teo. He shouldered a lot tonight. You can see the pressure just literally released off of his shoulders as they announced him the new champion.
Wow. Loma's too smart. Floyd will teach Tank the art of ducking now. He will learn from the best. I'm thinking you're talking about like technique. He's talking about ducking. Oh. Tank is a PBC protection plan. But you know what, though? I have hope for that, because if Fury can fight Wilder, why can't Tank fight? You know what I mean? Why can't Loma fight Tank? Those fights can happen, man. You can't feed into all the bullshit.
I'm not picking guys that I'm like, oh, I don't want to fight tall guys, or I don't want to fight southpaws, or I don't want to fight slate fighters, or I don't want to fight brawlers. I'm taking them how they come, and I'm knocking them off.
Nice. If you guys heard what Terence Crawford says, that's what makes him the best pound for pound. Because see, a lot of fighters, like he said, oh, I don't want to fight these type of fighters. I don't want to fight that type of fighter. He was like, I don't care who it is. I'm knocking all these motherfuckers off. And that's what he said. That's what makes him great. It ain't his preference. Because a lot of people, man, I don't like fighting this dude. I hate fighting this type of fighter. But it ain't about that. It's about adapting to the style and overcoming, you know, and winning. Implementing your game plan despite what that other person's doing. You have to stop that other person. You have to take that person's best weapon away from them and do what you need to do with your own repertoire. You know what I mean? That's what you have to do. That's what Terence Crawford does with his fights. Is really and watching Terrance is really something that you're like, damn, how did he do that? You know what I mean? Tank ain't fighting the rest of the prospects. No, he ain't, but we'll see what he does. You know, and I know they're waiting over there because they want to make Tank a big fucking star, and they can't do that if he fights everybody. Let's just be real, you know. Usman versus Covington. More drinks, peoples. Time to make my mixture. Pomegranate. Look, it's coming closer, people. The main event. Tank at 135 now, so he will fight 130 pounders. Yeah, pretty much. He'll make them come up to 135 to give himself an advantage. While meanwhile, this motherfucker comes in at about 145. Because he's a big boy. He's short, but he's stocky with it. That's why he's so powerful. And honestly, I don't even think he's supposed to be there. I think he's supposed to be at 140. See, I want all these fighters to get beat so they'll have no problem fighting each other. Because I think what makes them hesitant, because they know if they fight a person and they're in fear of losing, they lose that perfect record, you know, and that's all built off that Floyd Mayweather shit. We know, you know, we know what it is. But Bringe Mayuga.
Really, come on, but I wouldn't say I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated about the whole circle around it. Like, they can't say my name. That's when I get frustrated. You know, it's like they being PVC. Right. It's like somebody coaching them to be like, don't mention him. Don't recognize him as a champion. So that's when I get frustrated, and that feeds me more to go in there and knock him off. And that's why I want to fight so bad, because I want to prove all the doubters. When I get a title, it's, oh, he's not fighting nobody. They pushing that down. I'm fighting the bums, but they not looking at. Jeff Horn was undefeated. Crawford on the attack. That's it. It's over. It's over. Benavidez, undefeated. Is he the finisher they all expected to be? He is. I'm not picking guys that I'm like, oh, I don't want to fight tall guys, or I don't want to fight southpaws, or I don't want to fight slave fighters, or I don't want to fight brothers.
Look, I think it's going to happen when Errol Spence gets back to where he needs to be. We can't do that to Errol. Like, you don't, like, dude got in a fucking near-death experience. It don't matter how many bones, if he broke in, if he didn't, you know. You talking about Spence. Look, Spence needs to heal. Leave Spence be. The motherfucker was in a bad car accident. Like, that's life-changing shit, people. You know? So, like, to talk about him fighting again, no. He needs to heal. You know, and see what he can do against some novice fighters. That's only fair. See, it is warranted him fighting lower opposition now, because shit, he needs to see where he's at. You just can't put him in there with Terence Crawford, because what happens when Terence Crawford mops his ass, the first thing they're gonna say is he wasn't ready. They should have brought him in with somebody else. So bring him in with somebody else, let him get his bearings, his confidence and shit back, then let him go in there when he's ready, because you know they only gonna do that anyway. All right. Someone said Al made up the car attack to not push the Spence ring. That would be some bullshit, Catacor. If that was the truth, if that shit was all staged, And that was some old fucking special effects ass makeup and shit he was wearing and shit with a little eye and fucked up and shit.
I just want to be undisputed.
You know, the man with no face looking ass dude. And no, if that was the case, man, I'd be pissed off.
Off of what I've accomplished right now. So you feel like you've done enough right now? Right now. If you retire today, you got a Hall of Fame career based on the wins you got. Yes.
I mean, that's true. You know, Terence Crawford said, hey, if I retire now, I'm going to be in the Hall of Fame. Yes, he would. 3 different weight classes, undefeated. Look, undisputed in 2 different weight classes. Come on, man. Like, dude, Jimmy Ola. What's up, brother? Counterpunch. Even if he did heal, he's been ducking Terrance for a long enough time. Crawford is complete. Yeah, he's complete. You know, it wouldn't matter anyway. See, they know that though. See, when you're told not to mention a motherfucker's name, you are afraid. Okay? Now that didn't stop Earl Spence from talking shit when he was drunk. I smoke all of them. Terence Crawford smoking mirrors. Bob Arum, he's smoking mirrors. Right? He talked all that shit, but then when push comes to shove, they don't like PBC. They don't even want to be mentioning Terence Crawford. Why aren't you guys mentioning Terence Crawford? He's the other champion in the weight class. That makes no sense. You put the WBA regular, which was Manny Pacquiao, up there, you know, besides Keith Thurman. Whatever. Why is Loma rated number 2 despite of little wins? I don't know. New bro, Spence got hurt for real. Okay, well, you know, I'm just saying it would be shitty if they done that. Maybe he is. You know, maybe Spence is quiet about the DUI. He may be. I mean, that's how he sounds. You know, and it's funny. He's from New York by way of Jamaica, right? He's Jamaican. But, you know, he sounds like a motherfucker from DeSoto County. You know, yeah, he was drunk. But he sounds like that anyway. I don't smoke Terence Crawford. I'm a crush Terence Crawford. When you gonna fight him? Well, Al Heyman said that we'll fight Sean Porter and Danny Garcia, Manny Pacquiao. Oh, he ain't mentioned me, huh? No, he didn't. Motherfucker, you got your own voice? Are you just obeying to what Master Heyman tells you? Because that's all I'm hearing. You're telling me what another motherfucker said, who you're going to fight, and you're the champ. Get the fuck out of here, man. You know what I mean? Canelo is number 1 pound for pound. Renegade swag. Ooh. Yeah, answer my question. Why not take up coaching or boxing advisor? You have the knowledge. Why not? I don't have the time. I make my own money doing something else. This is something that I love to do. This isn't what I do for a living. You know, when it turns into something for a living, that means it's like a career-based thing, right? I have a career. That's the only difference. So, if I had the time, yeah, I would. But there's not enough time in the day. You know, pilot season and shit. Nah, you don't have the time. I gotta make time to do what I love to do, which is this. But this is not something I have to do for a living. You know, older maybe. You know, is there any possibility that Crawford may face Canelo? Yeah, there is. Because look, if Canelo accepts a fight from Amir Khan, he'll accept a fight from fucking Terence Crawford.
What a night in New York. We already saw one of the most spectacular knockouts to win a title that we've seen in recent boxing history, and now what will Bud Crawford offer up? You know, you get that sense you just hear Bud
Crawford was fooled for that confrontation.
That makes him incredibly likable and yet somewhat treacherous.
Yeah, I mean, he just showed him what was up. 5'9", 5'8", 31, 32, 74, 71. Ruiz versus Miller, triple chin division. Wow, you guys are a trip. Spence's parents are from Jamaica. He was born in New York but lives in Texas. Exactly. So he's a Texas boy, but he's Yeah, as soon as I'm from New York. No, you're not from New York. You know? Canelo the GOAT, says Efren Sandez.
Egis Kavaliauskas is from Lithuania,
Lithuania.
but he has taken a Southern California.
Troy Archer. I'm drinking on palm juice and water diluted. It's a mix. Ruiz would absolutely kill Miller. I would love to see that shit though. Because Miller looks like, to me, Miller has a chin. So it'd be like two big bastards fighting each other. You know what I mean? Like a bear fighting a fucking gorilla or something. Bear fighting a fucking warthog. I think Wilder has the best. Canelo versus Ray Robinson. Ooh. It's a hell of a fight. Canelo versus Ray Robinson. Pac-Man will destroy them all. I don't know about that. Okay, because Spence don't sound like Yard. Ruiz Jr. will kill Miller. Miller had a chin because he was juiced up. He never got tired too.
The list of the world's best pound-for-pound fighters includes.
What are you doing? Stop. What weight? I think Wilder has the best record of all boxing history. I don't know about that, but he has a pretty impressive record, no doubt.
But he's authentic and grounded in his Midwest roots.
Does Wilder have a good chin? Aim down, scope. I mean, he has a good chin. He's tough. You know, he took punches. You know, he's been down before, though. It ain't like he's just indestructible. He's been hurt. I think he was hurt in the last Ortiz fight. He was stunned a little bit. He wasn't hurt like he was in the first fight. You know? I want Canelo versus Mayweather, too. Hasil. Kansawa. I don't. You know? Floyd knows he's not getting in there with somebody that young like that. Why? Let's get 200 likes. Like check, people. We got 297. Correction. Over 300 on the chat. Let's get 200 likes. As a matter of fact, let's get 300 likes. From everybody that comes on the chat, hit the like button for me. We got the ring raw. It is Terrence Bud Crawford coming into Madison Square Garden. A lit crowd. Do you like Oscar Rivas versus Luis Ortiz? Ooh, Lottie Dottie 22G. I love it. Oscar Rivas versus Luis Ortiz. Colombia contra Cuba. Ooh. Fuego. Solamente fuego. Absolutely. I would love that. Lottie, I would love to see Oscar Rivas versus Luis Ortiz. You know? But will Ortiz really take that fight? Will he really take that fight? Why you give Wilder such a hard time? He is the best explosive fighter out here. He is the best explosive fighter out there. I want him to show how explosive he really is. That's all, Troy. Shit. Can we get him in there with White? Can we get him in there with somebody? Hell, Miller. Him and Miller go head at, and you know he said when he sees Miller it's on. So he needs to fight Miller. Love to see him knock out Miller, or Miller try his best to knock him out. You know? Come on, let's get 300 likes, people. Hit the like button. People, hit that like button. Jimmy Ola. You welcome. He already showed you. No. Hell no, Troy. We ain't gonna do that shit. You fought, how many people did he fought in the last 2 years? The only person he fought different was Dominic Breazeale. So you think all he needs to do is beat Breazeale? And Ortiz, he fought Ortiz twice already. Show me somebody else. Come on now. You asking the questions here. You guys are asking the questions. I'm just giving you the answers. Now, when I start answering questions, you can't answer it. Why that is? Kurt Crawford versus a young Ricky Hatton. Who would you give? Man, that would be a good fight. Because an undefeated Hatton was very, very powerful. UK checking in. Salute, Jerome Benjamin. Counterpunch to you, brother. No, we need AJ versus Miller first. That fight is still needed. Okay. Catacor. I would like to see that fight too, because that fight had so much build up and then it ended in embarrassment. You know what I mean? You love AJ but hate Wilder. How the fuck you figure? I just want Wilder to show me fucking something. Fuck, fight somebody else besides the same motherfuckers you've been fighting for the last 2 years. Now he's fighting the same motherfucker. Why didn't he fight Joshua this year? You fighting Ortiz. You already beat Ortiz. We didn't ask for that shit. Come on now, Troy. Like, you think like I'm dogging Wilder, but he needs to show me some more shit. I'm from Missouri. Show me. You know, and I know it is all political though. You know, all I'm saying is Wilder fighting the people that he's allowed to fight. And all them people are on the same side of the fucking street. Let's break that. Fury ain't over there. So you can't say it's just because of the side of the street. It's what his preference is. Come on, he already did. Fuck that. He already beat fucking Ortiz. You know? And here's the thing. If he gets beat by Fury, okay. Then it shows where he ranks. It's all about the money? Okay. Well, I guess. Fuck. Can't be all about too much money. All about a particular amount of money. Someone else's money. You know? Let's get 300 likes. We got 322 people on the chat. Everyone hit the like button that haven't already. Some people hit it. Oh, I already hit it. My bad. I unliked you. Fly can't hurt a fly. Fury can't hurt a fly. I don't know. He buckled him, Wilder, in the last round. Wilder buckled people. Them legs did a dance. Okay, people, here we go. Number one in the world. Terence Crawford looking a little bigger, ain't he? It's Derek. It's on ESPN, regular ESPN, bro. Tune in. It just started.
And as we said, his task, he's in the hurt business. So here we go, round number one. Timmy, give me something to look for early here.
Look at Crawford's coming in, already sizing up. He's pawing with the jab because he's seeing everywhere that he can hit this opponent. And he's pawing out there to see how that fighter reacts. Mean Machine, he goes to the body with a good jab, which is good. You know, use what you have. You know, because he has a 71-inch reach, Mean Machine, versus a 74-inch reach with Terence Crawford. Someone with 74-inch reach, and especially if you're under 160, that's very impressive. That means he could basically win a fight from the outside with his reach alone if he knew how to fight right and just use his reach. I'm going to tell you somebody good at doing that. Erislandy Lada's good at doing that. Julian. And he comes out in the southpaw stance. He's still shooting the jab. Sometimes now he's putting a little snap in that jab. You know, before he was pawing with it. Just seeing, you know, he's squatting, squatting down, making himself less of a target. Good jab by Crawford. And he's jabbing from the outside. That's crazy. You know what's scary about Terence Crawford, though? Terence Crawford, you really can't train for him. You got to train with, you got to have 2 or 3 different sparring partners in there. You got to have a orthodox. Then you got to get a slick-ass southpaw in there, too, because he's going to switch on you. He's the style bender of the boxing universe, people. Good jab by Mean Machine, though. That was a good jab. That popped the head of Crawford back.
Right now for me are not the hands but the feet. Terence Crawford has educated feet, trained feet. Kavaliauskas doesn't. He likes to be still. They're not very quick. He doesn't really have a lot of creativity down low.
Pumping the jab.
always can maximize his range on that frame. He's only 5'8", but he fights as a long.
Ortiz versus Miller. Domo Lee, that would be good too. Julian, it's a chess match right now.
In New York. Night that now
Really not really much to go.
with top-ranked boxing at MSG. And there is Johnny Rogers, Heisman winner from Nebraska. Big Red well represented, of course. And
Tentative start by Crawford. World War II.
mouthpiece tonight is Cornhusker.
He's wearing that Nebraska mouthpiece, people.
Nebraska has the rich Heisman history and a current boxing pound for pound. 3 Heisman Trophy winners. You just saw Rogers.
I don't want to see that granddad in the ring. Oh, shit. Well, look, if Ortiz is still fighting, he needs to fight the best. He doesn't have much time because he knows he's in his 40s now. Okay, everything pretty much goes downhill if it ain't already when you get 40. Who will win the Teofimo fight? Darryl Wilson, that shit's over, brother. I mean, you mean when he fights Loma? Show the fight. Elliot Clark. No. Watch the shit on ESPN. Hit that like button, peoples. He said, fuck you, I'm out. Okay, see you later. But taking him out in 5. Let's see. Julian, you called it.
Crawford's last fight was right here on April 20th. That was the TKO against the former super lightweight world champion Amir Khan. And he started fast that night. Remember, he scored a knockdown in the first round with a right hand. Khan is faster, more experienced, more
Spence ain't fighting again, period, point blank. Damn, Daryl. Damn, look at positivity, brother. Come on, man. Good body punch. Right hook to the body.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
In this fight, it's a little bit different. Kavaliauskas is sturdy, like you said. He's got a strong jab, strong right hand, and you have to be smart.
Davis knocks him out in 4.
Right now, Crawford is trying to set the table so he can eat later.
Bless you.
Hoping that he can get a little bit later down the road as well.
Right now, you're seeing the table setting is the placement of that southpaw jab from Crawford.
That's the second right hand that I've seen from Kavaliauskas. You know, when you're fighting a southpaw, that's the punch you're looking for. You're looking for the right hand.
Good. Game CDs.
He just tried one up top, just a little bit off the mark.
So Crawford masterful with that range, isn't it?
Mean Machine, he's staying poised, ain't he?
Patience of Kavaliauskas. He's not rushing in there. He doesn't want to get countered. You know, he's taking his time, trying to get Terence Crawford comfortable.
Terrance trying to touch him with that left hand to the body. Patient Kavaliauskas, see if he takes that nudge forward and fires off that jab again.
I like the patience of Kavaliauskas as well, too. Even though his feet aren't fast.
Yeah, he's very patient. You know, he's watching the jab, you know.
He's in this fight and he's thinking just like Crawford's thinking.
I don't know if that's a good thing because you don't want a sharpshooter like Crawford to be sitting back thinking. You know,
Oh, shit. He caught Crawford with a good right.
Terence Crawford pulled straight out, threw a combination, left his head right in the middle, pulled straight back, and was hit with the right hand from Kavaliauskas.
And remember, Kavaliauskas said to us,
No, David Benavidez is not up next.
punches in the ring. You have to take advantage of the few opportunities that come your way. That was an opportunity, and he took advantage. Well done by Kavaliauskas.
Lopez knocked that dude out. No. MLO rocks. He did not knock that dude out. That dude is undefeated. Another undefeated fighter. I think that's slightly ahead.
Switch to Boost Mobile and get more. Like 4 lines for $25 per line per month, plus unlimited gigs. So the music never stops.
Switch and get 4 lines for $25 per line per month, plus 4 free Samsung Galaxy phones.
I don't know. I would give it to Mean Machine on that one. Efren, I think Mean Machine was able to, you know, because he caught him with that right, and that was pretty much the action in that round. And that was the high point of the round. No, don't do any writing. You know, round each, I have it. Bud waiting for that opening. No, acting and stunt performing. That's what I do. It's what I've been doing for 10 years. I'm going for Terence Crawford. But hey, this is boxing. People make their names every day. Juan, 2-0, TC losing. Do you know any film producers? Some. Anybody with money. Crawford gets hit too much. Yeah, he's getting hit, you know. Boom. Boom. He gets hit with a left and a right. So he gets caught with a jab. Then he follows with a right. Boom. He catches Crawford, and Crawford grazes over with his own left. But no, he got caught flush. Yeah, he's coming out right with that right hook. He went to get himself drunk and drive in his career. He dropped him.
He's undefeated for a reason. Olympic Games in 2008 and 2012.
Bud hurt.
Challenger in the WBO.
See, the patience of Kavaliauskas is getting to Terrance right now. He thought he was getting a bull. Right now, he's getting a smart, methodical Kavaliauskas. A guy that went back to the drawing board after that.
Yeah, he's showing his beard. Yeah, he took that punch. Yeah, it was some big shots. Because anybody with no chin, he got caught with a right then, too. So Kavaliauskas, you know, you gotta understand, I've seen his backstory, dude. The dude is about to be a father. Oh, he got caught with another right. And Bud's dropped. And they ruled it a slip. What the fuck? Wow. No, that should have been a knockdown, bro. I'm sorry. That should have been a knockdown. Because he got caught with that right. See, these motherfuckers from... And I'm going to tell you, Crawford having longer reach is not really benefiting him in that southpaw stance because he's quicker. Because he's showing tighter, shorter punches.
That's the reason why he's getting countered short by Kavaliauskas. I gotta disagree a little bit, Tim. I think it's just in the exchanges. That's where Kavaliauskas is having his best work. Is in the exchange. We know Terrance is not afraid to exchange. That's where Kavaliauskas is timing him and he's clean shots.
But Terrance is coming out a little bit too fat with those punches.
He's actually catching Terrance on the way in now.
That's how he did it in the second round as well with the right hand.
Pull him back with his hands down.
Now Crawford looks to exchange and pop a right hand. Now Crawford goes to the body. And look at
Crawford's getting caught. These guys are trading leather.
Another exchange. You never know what you're going to get.
Wow. Crawford needs to switch stand. He does. Will, I'm with you. Damn, that was a good fight. That was a hell of a round. Because he caught him and Crawford fell because of the punch. And he ruled it a slip. But basically he got caught and he held on to him as he went down. So that might have helped it look. Darrell Wilson, you're missing this fight? Dude, you better watch this shit. This is, he does need to get out of southpaw. He can't be proud thinking, oh, I can land something. No. But hey, this is Bud Crawford. Herb Johnson is on ESPN regular.
How he did it, and again, it was the right hand as Terence Crawford clearly affected there.
Kavaliauskas has done what he's done all fight. He's timed Terrance coming in.
Boom.
When he's waiting,
Boom.
right on the chin. He hurt Terrance bad, and I'm not sure why that wasn't called a knockdown.
I'm not either. That's supposed to be a knockdown. Look, that's that Marquez punch when Marquez hit Pacquiao with. Marquez is kind of bow. Come over to dude.
Never got tied up, but it was ruled a slip. It most likely should have been ruled a knockdown.
That should have been a knockdown.
But still, now
But you know what? Something about Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is an aggressive ass fighter. See, look how aggressive the Terence is. He knows now. Okay, look, I'm gonna have to get you out of there. And one thing about Terence, look, he catches him with another right.
Let's check in with Bernardo.
Terrence was not hurt. He's good. He recovered well. I didn't think it was a knockdown. All he needs to do is keep his hands up and not get caught in those exchanges.
That's the report from the corner of Crawford. There was another right hand moments ago from Kavaliauskas.
Oh wow, there's another right hand.
Stance, and the right hand is the southpaw killer. That's what does damage against southpaws. Perhaps Terrence should go back orthodox.
That's what they're saying. Right, guys? He should go back.
I'm not sure why he's been standing in front of Kavaliauskas all night long. I anticipated, and I think Kavaliauskas anticipated Crawford moving, boxing, and then trying to come to him mid to late in the fight. I think Crawford's doing a little bit too much too soon.
Crawford right now is picking up the tempo.
He sure is. He's willing to trade. Look at this.
Oh, he's doing some fucking Guerrero Rigendao. Guerrero. Yo, this is a hell of a fight.
Crawford right now didn't like the way the first half of this fight or the first part of this fight is going. And now he's stepping up the tempo.
I got 5,000 on Bud Crawford. This isn't a look. That's some risky investments. Don't punches though. I know Catacor, right?
Especially with a guy like Kavaliauskas who has his feet planted and he's getting that big right hand off, getting it ready.
50-50 exchanges when you're this level of world champion.
And he's trying to go for an uppercut. So he sees an uppercut, and I don't really know what he see. You know, this is him. Oh, good left.
This crowd is loving this title fight already.
I told you when Bud gets caught, he's going to get pissed and take the fight to Machine. Could be risky. Yeah, big homie. Look. Terence Crawford is a pure boxer, but you get him pissed. He's a fighter. He catches him with a good left. Nice. Now that was a pretty even fight, even round. Dude, this is a good fight. 500 on the chat. Let's get 500 likes, guys. Let's do it. Got a hell of a fight. Mean Machine is coming in, and he's unknown, but he's showing what he's worth. You know, it's those fighters. I think Kavaliauskas is ahead. Radgar. I think he's ahead right now. But I mean, it's only, that's the end of the fourth round. Now you could argue it's 2-2, but then I think Terence Crawford went down. I think he went down. I think he got hurt, and his legs gave a little bit, and he took a knee, right? Understand what Bud is doing. He's going southpaw to take the jab away from the jab, the kind of fight that people want to see.
Nothing quite like a world title fight at Madison Square Garden. And then you add in the fact that the upset-minded challenger
2-2, Bud will get the win.
Kavaliauskas has landed a couple big right hands, and now you can hear the buzz. People wondering, how will this play out? Bud Crawford, who is used to dominating.
Oh wow, Kavaliauskas is going ripping to the body, and Terence Crawford tells him to come on.
Bud takes the first round, likely takes the last, but the second and third round when Kavaliauskas landed flush with the right hands. Last two rounds.
They say Kavaliauskas is 5'9", but he looks a lot. Oh, he took a good two-piece from Terrence then. Crawford gave him a good two-piece, but he came back with a jab. Power punches. He's leading in power punches, 36-21 for Mean Machine. Kavaliauskas. Good right hand, followed by a jab by Mean Machine. Crawford comes back. Oh, Crawford takes a left hook by Mean Machine.
Kavaliauskas has only been 10 rounds 2 times, never been 12. Why not weaken him, get him a little bit, fatigue, and then start.
Good jab by Kavaliauskas.
Too much, too soon for Crawford.
It's called go to the body, Dre. Go to the body.
Slow down the stronger fighter. If you're Kavaliauskas, keep doing what you're doing.
Kavaliauskas just got to let his hands go, Dre. That's all he got to do. Every time Crawford gets close, he needs to just let those bombs go. Now, Kavaliauskas is hurt with that shot.
And Bud senses it here. A minute to go in round 5.
And here comes Bud. Bud's a fighter, though. He's a great boxer, but he's a hell of a fighter at the same time. Now, Kavaliauskas, I think he got hurt with one of those high tempo shot punches. Oh, shit, he gets caught with another one? Uh-oh, Kavaliauskas is hurt. Crawford's putting that pressure on him. He's going high on the head. And, like, he's throwing these right high head hooks, like right where the tempo shots are. Boom, boom. He's coming up with a left uppercut and a right hook over the top of the left temple of Kavaliauskas, and he doesn't like it.
What you see from Crawford right now is attitude. You hurt me, you embarrassed me a little bit.
Yeah, I think Terrance is fighting like he's a little mad, you know? Oh, nice. Terrance comes in with a left, a straight left, followed by that right hand, and Kavaliauskas comes back with ripping punches to the body. Left hook, right hook. This is a hell of a fight. That is definitely a Bud Crawford round, people. Now, y'all just imagine that with Shawn Porter's pressure. It's a different fight. Shawn Porter's a lot shorter. And Shawn Porter's going to be fighting you right here. He's going to be right at your chest. So he won't get the leverage like that, like Kavaliauskas is throwing, okay? Kavaliauskas, he's timing and he's coming in when Terence Crawford was giving him that. Now Terence Crawford is now attacking. He's attacking. He's taking it to Kavaliauskas, right? He's not fighting Shawn Porter. Wishful thinking. I know, right?
The ESPN boxing schedule heats up in 2020. We got Jesse Hart, Joe Smith on January.
Joe Smith. He retired Bernard Hopkins. Eliezer Alvarez. Okay. He's fighting Michael Seals. Jose Ramirez. He's fighting Victor Postal. I didn't even know Postal was still fighting.
Welterweight champion Jose Ramirez against Victor Postal. That from China. What a way to celebrate Super Bowl weekend. And right now it's round 6.
Yeah, ESPN, bro.
And Kavaliauskas and a chance to check in.
Mean Machine is a 6-rounder.
Crawford may have just turned the tide in that last round, and he can out-will and out-tough even a strong-willed tough guy. But when you stop doing the things that got you there, you become ordinary in those respects. And Crawford,
yeah, I think he's leading on points too for right now. But yeah, Catacor, his left eye, I noticed that it is swelling. So, you know.
Why doesn't New York use instant replay? I thought what happened earlier was a knockdown. First time I recall Crawford being hurt since 2014 in Yambo. It was absolutely a knockdown. Clearly a knockdown.
No doubt about it, guys. That was
Good left lands for Crawford.
They grappled a bit. The feet did not get tied up, but it was not ruled a knockdown. Here we are in round 6.
Joe Tessitore, the why for Crawford is defiance. He's refusing to turn right-handed because he wants to prove a point. I know that your right hand, Kavaliauskas, is your best punch, and I know that's the easiest punch that it sounds acceptable to, but I'm gonna stay like this anyway.
Crawford going down.
You would know his psyche as well as anybody's, right?
I think what the pace favors Kavaliauskas if they fight like this, because that's how he was able to set up his shots against Crawford.
Beautiful combination. Listen, Crawford has home run written on every punch that he throws. In his mind right now, the only way he feels like he can right the wrong with Kavaliauskas hurting him early on is to
take him out. Good right hand for Kavaliauskas. Stock rising with this, though. Absolutely. Yeah, he's not getting his timing down. I agree. And Kavaliauskas has his timing pretty good. Oh, good punch. He hit him with an uppercut to the body. Ruiz at 260 versus Adam Kavaliauskas. That'd be a hell of a fight.
Crawford got to be careful. Every time he shoots a shot, Kavaliauskas is answering.
He was sitting on a hook.
Big opponent shock. LAMC. LAMC.
That has been why he's had his moments of success tonight. Coming to the
It is a close round.
point of now this great
Double SB 26.
welterweight championship fight.
Wow. Mean Machine will be tired in round 10.
I'm so excited.
Mayweather versus Wilder, really? Come on, man. Let's be realistic. Jericho. I couldn't call that round. It was a pretty close round to me.
2020 Equinox. Find new roads in Georgetown and at DonHewlett.com. Don Hewlett Chevrolet, Texas True.
Crawford's first defeat.
It has to come out my sister's sweater.
This is going into the 6th round. Box his ears off and finish him off in championship rounds. I mean, if he's smart, he needs to slow down the pace, but I don't know if that's best for a guy like Kavaliauskas because he's only a 10-round fighter, right? Or really an 8-round fighter. So if he does give him the win, and and he might be able to reserve his stamina if he's not pressing him.
Against the Mean Machine, Kavaliauskas was coming off of
Hey, why the hell you think they call him Mean Machine? They don't call him Mean Machine for nothing.
rising up the rankings and then becomes the #1 challenger, unbeaten himself, but a big underdog, and yet he has fought about as good a fight as he can fight to this point. Bernardo is in the corner.
Notice Terrence starting to go to his body a lot more.
McIntyre.
Well, Mac, what are you asking for Terrence to do to take control of this fight?
I'm looking for him so he can get more rhythm, so he can be a little bit more dangerous. Right now, he don't got no rhythm, but it look like he might be coming into it now.
Is he emotional?
That is true. His rhythm is off. He's getting caught with those punches. Look, he's getting tagged. He got tagged with 4 punches unanswered. Another right hand lands. And that left hurt Kavaliauskas, though.
Once he feel it, he'll go to it.
You're not asking him for it?
No, once he feel it, he'll go to it.
Thank you very much, Mac.
Does that surprise you that the trainer is saying it's on the fighter?
It is on the fighter, Joe, because I think they're telling Terrence the right thing.
Oh, wow. This is, look.
I'm not sure this was the game plan, but
Terence Crawford is slugging with Kavaliauskas, and he's doing a damn good job.
you want to fight. Tim, you know something about that.
Wait a minute. Kova's down. You know what? I'm going to be pissed if this is DirecTV, and you guys know more than what I'm doing.
Just want to compete and fight. That's what Crawford's doing.
Well, it's fun to watch, that's for sure.
Crawford's had success when he's marching forward and punishing Kavaliauskas to the body.
Oh, Crawford dropped him. Damn. He ain't, look, it ain't even. Fuck DirecTV, man. You guys telling me what's up. Let's see what how he drops him. Let's see how he drops him. Damn, Crawford, man. Look, they throwing bows. Damn, he throwing bows. Oh, the War of Wheels, people. The War of Wheels. Yes, I just saw it. Yes, I just saw it. This is crazy. And this is a good fight. This is, look, Mean Machine is showing what he got, but look, but Terence Crawford is showing that, dude, I can take your punches. You think you're gonna get the best of me? I'm still gonna beat your ass. You gonna try to embarrass me at MSG? Oh, nice. He can't fuck with Bud. Bud is showing that beard, people. I think, you know what? It ain't Bud no more. It's Terrence Beard Crawford, his new name. Counterpunch Boxing News. Terrence Beard Crawford. Because look, this dude has never been defeated. He has enough knockdowns. He's showing that he can take a punch. He's showing that he's tough. He's showing that he can fight. He's showing that he can box. He's showing you everything around the board, people, and still taking everything you got and still giving you just more. I want 5%. He orthodox now. Hey, but he probably seen something. He has a beard. It's Terrence Beard Crawford. Bow! Beautiful, beautiful shot. Disembobulated him. It's Terrence Beard Crawford. Omaha's finest. He's the real deal. Because he decided, you know what? Let me slant. So he comes in closer. He comes in like Floyd Mayweather did McGregor, right?
Let's see if he quickly gets back to that form.
Terrance has felt the punching power of Kavaliauskas. He's not being fazed by it.
Dude, it's not even really bothering him at this point.
You heard Brian McIntyre, a.k.a. Bo Mac, his longtime mentor and trainer, say to him, are you comfortable staying right-handed? The answer is yes, and that is how he did damage in that 7th round.
You did say it. Fasky, you did say it a long time ago. He has to change.
Good work doubling up the left hand.
He looking like Floyd when Floyd fought McGregor. He just coming on in.
Block most of that with the elbow. Kavaliauskas willing to work on the inside.
I think that's a ploy for Crawford. He just
I do too.
Kavaliauskas opening up. Crawford is looking right now for that opening. He's going to explode here in just a few seconds.
Well, you can see him ready to snap with that jab. There's that right hand that Bud wants to land.
Yeah, but if Bud starts at the body, the head will be open.
He just did. He had a sweeping left hand to the body and then came upstairs. And now Kavaliauskas.
Good left hook by Mean Machine. Oh, good uppercut. Right uppercut. Good answered punch from Terrence Beard Crawford. No, it's the beard. It's all over for him, huh?
Fan-friendly fight with these two.
Back southpaw. Yeah, I know, right? He's switching it up. Well, no, he's still an orthodox where I'm at. Damn, direct TV.
From the title challenger. He smiles and shakes it off.
Nice.
Goes with a 4-punch combination.
But all those shots are to the head. He needs to get those shots down to the body to bring the hands down to Kavaliauskas.
I think Crawford's winning right now, especially when they didn't rule Mean Machine's knockdown a knockdown. So I think he's up on points, especially the last few rounds.
Kavaliauskas as he pushes him back into that blue corner.
Attitude. Can't teach that.
Oh, good right hand. Oh,
As soon as Terence Crawford gets close, he needs to throw right hand, a looping right hand. He needs to throw a shot at Crawford to back him above him.
He's throwing. He just ain't backing him up.
Crawford very comfortable standing right in front, punching between punches as Kavaliauskas.
hey, Mean Machine's tough too. He's showing that like he's not that dude that.
Great night here at
Hey, good job.
so many
You know, he locked him up, turned him around, and pushed him into the ropes. You know, that's a good veteran move, though, actually. You know.
He's getting confident, you gotta fire back when he's getting confident, okay? When he's giving you this,
There is Jose Ramirez.
like don't wait for his counter. You gotta
He is ringside,
when he's doing this.
watching the action closely. 140-pound world champion.
Mean Machine was prospect of the year in 2015. Of course, he's a good fighter. He's better enjoy this payday. It will be the biggest he'll ever get. What city you in? I'm in Austin, Edward. Down Cove.
Every time Bud Crawford goes down to the body, when he starts to the body, it sets up the head shot.
Oh, God. Now, look, I'm still on
Body first.
down again. Great. Damn, I'm watching you guys tell me what's going on. I can't wait to get back to Xfinity because DirecTV is not what time it is. Oh, look, Crawford's coming out blazing. Yeah, DirecTV's trash, dude. Oh, Oh, great uppercut. That's the same up. No. He hit him with a right uppercut, not a left uppercut.
And why you scared me to that? Huh?
Go ahead. I'm just excited. Oh, good right hand. Oh, they wave it off. Second knockdown, people, as you seen it. You seen it before me. Now we're on the same page. Like you told me, Wesley Yap, like a lot of people did. Yes, DirecTV is trash. DirecTV is trash. Damn. Terrence Bud, look. And here's the thing about Terence Crawford. Let me show you guys something and explain it to you. Good showmanship. Terrence comes over, shows love and respect to the fighter. Took his first loss. But look at Terence Crawford's face. No thin skin. Right? Look at his face. You know? And he got caught with some punches. He's the beard, people. He's the beard. Look at his face. Unscathed. Untouched. Crawford is a beast. Absolutely. It is over. Ascal TV. Look at his face. Look at Terence Crawford's face. Untouched, unscathed. That's what I'm trying to look. A lot of times, if you got a beautiful combination. You can fight, you can box, you have the great combination of power and tenacity. See, it's tenacity that made Terence Crawford, that separates him from someone like Erislandy Lara, because he goes in and takes chances because he knows he takes chances coming by experience. Boom. Oh, straight left, right, followed by another straight left. Look, beautiful, beautiful combinations. Kavaliauskas just got beat into submission. Why? Because someone with the skill and the will came in tonight. Boom! Caught him flush, didn't follow with that same punch. The same punch that knocked him off balance and messed his equilibrium up right there. Hit him with the same one, then followed with a right uppercut. He hit him with so many different varieties of punches. That's what I love about Bud Crawford. Bud is not going to stop because he loops his shots. You don't know where the hell he's going to come from. Yeah, that hurt him. And then he comes back. Now, the referee, he could have stopped that. But look, he's been down 3 times. We've had already 4 deaths in the sport of boxing. That's, what does he really have to prove at that point? You know what I mean? No, he's about to have a child. He's married. He has a family. Hey, live to fight another day. That's not really a bad stoppage. So, but if you look at Terence Bud Crawford's face, no cuts, no bruises, no swells. This guy don't even hardly swell. When the last time you seen Terence Crawford swell? Gus Sandoval, counterpunch to you. He did get knocked down. Ward called it. Look, that's what I love about Ward. I want to see what Terence Crawford has to say. If he say, look, I think he did knock me down, he gets more credit because he's just being straight up. Maybe the ref didn't see it. You know what I mean? It's been times when, like Shane Mosley, they ruled Shane Mosley knocking down Manny Pacquiao and he slipped. Brown gone 1. Pound for pound king, Kurt. Counterpunch to you, brother. This is where I'm at, people. And those some hot ass top ranked chicks. Take those panties off. PBC fighters, Crawford got exposed. They're going to make the videos. Yep. That's coming. That's coming. Them videos are coming full force, people. They coming like no other. Crawford the Beast don't hate on the greatest. And still, look, once again, to this day, defeating another undefeated fighter. So this is his 4th fight at welterweight. First fight, fighting an undefeated fighter and champion, Jeff Horn, took the belt, took the O. Second fighter, Benavidez, took the O, knockout. Third fight, Amir Khan, faster, quicker, whatever, made him quit. Fourth fighter, took the fucking O. So, dude, 3 out of 4 of his fighters were undefeated.
He's a strong fighter.
He's taking O's. He's the O taker. Terrance, Beard, O Taker Crawford. That's his new name. New name.
looked like a knockdown. It wasn't.
Power facts. You can't fuck with it. Who have done that on the PBC side? Has Sean Porter done that? Has Danny Garcia done that? Has Terrence done that? I mean, Terrence, not Crawford. Fuck, I don't even know his name no more. Ponytail, Bone Thugs. Fuck, Keith Thurman. That's what I meant. Keith Thurman done that, right? Have these dudes done that?
There was no animosity.
So
you had that mean streak at the end.
yeah, he pissed off Terence Crawford.
And then you finished them with just one shot.
Well, yeah, the round before that, I noticed, my coaches kept telling me stop loading up. I was loading up a lot.
14-0, 11 KOs in world championship fights, people.
I knew I hurt him. So I was.
That's a high knockout percentage on a championship level.
And I was loading up, but then when I started letting my hands go, that's when I started, landing more fatal shots. And after I dropped him with the uppercut, I came back. I was like, all right, he's parrying my jab. I'm gonna fake the jab and just come out with the right hook.
It took you a long time to switch to the orthodox stance. Why was that? Then once you did, it changed the fight.
Well, I wanted to come out orthodox from the jump, but my coach was just like, go southpaw and jab, see what he got. And I was like, all right.
You do it once again here at Madison Square Garden, another knockout win. Most importantly, 2020, everyone's expecting great things from you. Who do you want?
Well, listen, I've been saying I'll fight anybody. I've been saying that for I don't know how long, so I don't really got to call out anybody. I fought my mandatory. That's because I had to. I'm not ducking anybody on the PBC side or even on the top rank side of the platform. I'm like I said, y'all pick them, I'll fight them.
You pick them. Who would it be? You're the guy that calls the shot.
Well, listen, man. If I could pick them, I would have fought all the guys that I picked before. So there is no need to say any names because, everybody know who I want to fight. I want to fight all the top guys. It's simple.
Thank you very much, bud. Congratulations.
Hey, shout out to my cousin Mandrill. Shout out to my kids at home.
Hey.
Shout out Manny Ponce. And R.I.P. to my grandpa, Willie McNeil.
Rest in peace.
That's commonplace for Bud Crawford to be thinking.
Look, that's what makes Bud Crawford. But you know what made him today was the beard, okay? The beard, the skill, and the tenacity. That's what made him, okay? And it's like, he's like, dude, I ain't calling nobody out. I already called him out. The fuck, I'm going to keep talking. I don't put people's name in my mouth without fucking signing a contract. That's what makes him him. Because he's that type of dude that's like, hey, you know what? Look it. I've already called them out. They know who they are. They're all the top dudes. All the top dudes is simple. That's what you love about him. He ain't got to go there and talk a bunch of shit. And, that's not him. That's what I like about Bud Crawford. And it's like this. Bud Crawford, and you know what? It's Beard Crawford. Beard Crawford is the type of dude now that if you notice, you're either going to knock him out or he's going to knock you out. You know what I mean? Because he's a very aggressive, especially when he gets hurt. And if you notice, the first time that he had his claim and his rise to fame was against Gamboa, right? When he fought Gamboa did stagger him right before he dropped Gamboa. Gamboa did have him on Queer Street. He did. Look at that fight again. But he came right back. No, motherfucker, we're in a fight. Right? So, yeah. Look, Fidel Mercado, he's a dog. He is a dog. I don't think Kurt Thurman's fake. I just think Thurman had certain expectations and certain goals, and I think he reached those goals, so he's not as hungry no more. That's Keith Thurman. I like Keith Thurman. He's very charismatic. He can fight. He gave Manny Pacquiao a run for his money, even though Manny Pacquiao beat him. But, he proved that he could get up, and he gave Manny Pacquiao a good fight. Yeah, Pacquiao humbled him, but but he was gracious in defeat. He wasn't a sore loser. I don't see why people hating on Thurman. Thurman is a good fighter. If he ducked Earl Spence, okay. Well, Earl Spence ducked motherfuckers too. So, and I know that whole story about Keith Thurman and Errol Spence and all that shit. And I've explained it again and again and again, but here's the deal with Keith Thurman. I think Keith Thurman, he got the fight that he wanted to fight because he got a certain level that he felt that he shouldn't be ducked, and he got ducked. So since he got ducked, he was like, fuck it, I'm ducking too. I don't need to fight Errol Spence. Who was Errol Spence's fault? Fuck that. Floyd ducked me, so I'm going to duck Errol Spence. And no, Floyd can't match make for me. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. Yeah, he is a bomb. He's a ticking time bomb. Crawford eat more rice. Bud versus Porter. Bud is great, but he ain't unbeatable at welterweight, but not by Spence, the hype job. Just like Danny Garcia was happy when he took his first L. Bud won't fight Porter because of their relationship. I don't know. We gotta see what Thurman does. You know what I mean? Thurman's made some good money. I think he made $5 million against Pacquiao. You know what I mean? But look, Bud is showing people, like, look, he wants all those dudes. He don't have to do that because he's already done that. Dennis Ugas beats Kavaliauskas easy. That's a good fight, Martinez. Sube Cuba. But it's like, que voila. But yeah, Ugas is a hell of a fighter. I seen his last fight when he. What's the Puerto Rican fighter he fought? Dude, I don't know. I think I worked too long yesterday. But it was a hell of a fight. But it was a grueling fight. It was, damn. Anyway, I forget his name. But Ugas beats Porter. I think Ugas beat Porter already. Terrance got it in him. He's a half dog. Yeah. Look, that's some real shit. This was a good card. Very good card. Possible for Wilder Joshua, I don't know. Manny dropped Porter 4 times in sparring. I know they sparred, but I didn't know really what happened. Crawford fought one undefeated fighter after another. He is great, and he has a great record. Crawford smashes Spence. How about Crawford Pacquiao for Manny's retirement party? Now, I think Pacquiao should retire. He's just gonna do that shit. I don't want him to be another Roberto Duran. Terence Crawford. Look, Terrence Beard Crawford. He's showing that he's the truth. He can take a punch, then he can give. He can give and take. He beat him at his own game. Great counterpunch, Blue Sky. He did.
You want to know why? Because he's going to be fighting Tyson Fury in February. Now, you guys over there, all the other welterweights over there, this man is begging to fight you. And he's going to continue to beg to fight you guys. Guys need to put your big boy pants on and need to come over and make this fight with Terence Crawford because he's the best welterweight in the world.
Listen, here's the bottom line. You can talk about all the promotional lines and the politics of boxing you want. If a fighter wants a fight, a fight's going to get
That's
made.
right.
Bud Crawford will fight anybody. A fight's going to get made if a fighter wants a fight. Dre, your final thoughts on the evening.
Shout out to the young fella, Teofimo Lopez.
Yes.
He's dealing with a lot. He shouldered it. He performed under the lights. He fulfilled his father's
Yeah,
promise
Bradley's
to become
mad, right?
a champion with under 15 fights. At 15 fights, he earned the right to face Vasily Lomachenko.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford, I didn't need to see this tonight to know what he had in him. That's why he's been atop my list for as long as he has. This just confirmed and proved what I already knew. He's going to be
Another
a hard man
undefeated
to beat, man, because
fighter,
he's competitive, and if you hit him, some guys, when you knock him down and when you hurt him, they come back stronger, and he did that tonight.
Yeah, he was willing to make a fight of it and finishing it on his terms. The outcome
I would love to
that
see
many of
Josh
us
Taylor versus
expected,
Bud. Ooh.
just not the path taken that we expected. But I
Bradley's a
agree with you.
troll.
The biggest
Okay.
takeaway for me
How is he
tonight
trolling
was
and he's not calling out anyone? He just said, you know who you are.
This place was roaring.
Yes.
Really?
It was electric.
Come on,
And
Kong
now
Skull
in
Island. How's he a
2020,
troll?
we should
Talk
be
to me.
seeing him in against Vasily Lomachenko.
Danny Garcia
Let's get our
versus
final thoughts
Bud
from Max
Crawford.
Kellerman and Mark.
Thanks, Joe. I also thought Teofimo Lopez he was going to steal the show right after that
Dude,
knockout.
Bradley just dizzy
It was electrifying.
from that backflip Pacquiao made him do.
Title fight at the Garden tonight. You know,
I can't stand Bradley. Oh shit, you hate Bradley? I like Bradley, man. You know, and Bradley made me respect him when he fought Ruslan Provandikov. It's funny, Sergio. You just popped that up. You know, yeah. And look, he was concussed, but guess what he did? He fought his ass off, and he still won the fight. Even though a lot of those knockdowns actually was, you know, legit, and they, you know, waved it a slip, but, you know, Bradley took some fucking punches. Bradley is like one of them Apollo fighters. You got to kill his ass. I'm glad he retired, you know, because he was talking about going to 160 fighting Golovkin at one point. Well, I mean, he's fighting all the elite fighters that he can fight. He's fighting undefeated fighters. And the fighters that claim that he's not fighting undefeated elite fighters are not fighting the guys that he fought. Because everybody that he beats, they're trying to discredit. And they wouldn't dare go near them. You see what I'm saying? Because if they get beat by them, what would that make them look like? That's the real shit. That's all that really means. Bradley drank a lot of milk. That skull was thick. Flatfoot Danny, Keith Thurman, Booster Porter, and Soda Pop Spence make the fight. He's making excuses for Crawford looking pedestrian. I don't know. Fury versus for Wilder. I will do a breakdown on that. Just not today. Not today. Crawford needs to fight some elite fighters. Okay, here we go again. Benavidez is good, but that's it. Okay. Let's see him move up and weight. Let's see who move up and weight. Terence fucking Crawford? Are you serious? He just got there. He just fucking got to the division. What are you talking about moving up in weight? Damn. You ain't saying that shit about Keith Thurman. And Keith Thurman, believe it or not, didn't even start at welterweight. He started at super welter max. Come on, man. Let's really know this shit now before we start. Crawford needs to move up. Why the fuck he needs to move up for? He went from 135 to 140 to 140 to 147. Fuck. Okay, if that's the case, if you want Crawford to move up, fucking have Loma move up again then. Why not? Those are 3 places, right? You know what, Travis Eccles? I do feel you. Great counterpunch. I think he does take a lot of risks. And it can be for disaster. If he fights somebody that can fucking punch, that could, he could end up like Pacquiao. Like real shit. And I love Terence Crawford, but you look, that shit can happen, man. This is boxing, bro. I think what it is, Terence Crawford got his pound of flesh. And what I mean by that is, he got hit with punches that he knew, okay, this is his barometer. This guy can't knock me out with the punches. I can take his shots. That's why Crawford was like, fuck it, I'm coming in for the kill. Oh, I'm hurting this motherfucker. Oh, I'm taking him out. And that's what happened eventually. Thurman, Spence, and Porter started at 154. Absolutely. All these motherfuckers started bigger. Benavidez got shot in my hood. Damn, really? I believe you. Do you think Bud is better than a healthy Spence? I don't know. We got to find out. Loma versus Pac when he moves up. Loma ain't moving up. I think 135 scared Loma. I mean, that Linares fight woke Loma up. If it wasn't for that Linares fight, Loma probably would have kept going. But I think that knockdown kind of, something happened in that fight and made him think like, you know what, fuck this. I'm staying at 135 and I'm not moving. I'm not budging. No, thank you. No thanks. All this, what Crawford isn't. Take the panties and make the fight. Hey, I'm like Tim Bradley, man. Take this, make this shit fight happen. Manny started at lightweight. No, he didn't. Manny Pacquiao started at straw weight, bro. He started a lot lighter than lightweight. Yeah, look his shit up. You know, that's why Manny is who Manny is. Man, that's why he's 8 division. If he started at lightweight, he couldn't be 8 division world champion. Okay? That is impossible unless he went up to fucking 168, you know? But he topped off at 154. So no, he did a lot more than that. He was a lot smaller than that. Spence is better than Crawford. Hey, well, we got to see. Will Spence fight Crawford? You know? AJ needs that will. Well, I think, you know what, open mind, conservative, let me counterpunch you. I don't think AJ needs that will. I think that will in AJ is what got him fucking beat in the first fight. He had that will, and what happened? Getting too overzealous. Similarities? What was Joshua trying to do, or was commencing to do, when he got caught with a left hook? He was commencing getting fucking Ruiz out of there, wouldn't he? That was the will. That was the overzealousness. He should have took his time. Open mind. So yeah, we can't say that AJ needs that will, because I kept seeing you say that, but I'm like, will. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? No, that will is what got his ass dropped. Kirk came late, but you got a take on Vlad calling out the top 3 drunk, hacked, or for real. I don't know. I never heard that. I never heard Vlad calling anybody out. Imagine AJ with that will. See, no. You know, we did imagine. We seen AJ with that will. He got his ass hurt and fucking dropped 4 times. And the referee stopped that bitch. That's what that will do for you. Especially if you get caught. And he got caught with a punch that hurt him. It's just Kavaliauskas could not hurt Bud, because Bud is a tough son of a bitch. And he doesn't have thin skin. You know? I want to see King Ryan versus Tank Davis. Yeah, that'd be good. Something tells me Tank will knock out Ryan, though. Something tells me Ryan don't have a chin like people think. You know what I mean? Just being real. I think something, you know, I think he has the boxing skills, but as soon as Tank Davis opens up and hits him with a left hook, he might be on Queer Street. Yeah, he's too fast until he gets hit, Efren. Because if he gets hit by Davis, might be good night. Real talk. Well, I don't know. You think Tank, Renegade Swag, you think Tank takes out Teofimo? Honestly? I don't think so, man. I don't think that. And, you know, I know Floyd, they'll never make a fight like that. That's a fight they won't make. Yes, the hate for Bud is real. Listening to other channels, he's being thrown to the wolves. Yep. I haven't heard other people talk about him, but I know I will. You know. Yes, I know Ruiz can. He can tear that damn pizza up. Hell, he might be looking for another one. Brandon Keys. Bud been through a lot, and it's coming out in his boxing skills. Lopez would beat Tank. Yeah, I believe Lopez would beat Tank. But, you know, you can't underestimate Tank because he can punch. But, you know, I want to know what his punching power will do up there. Saul Gutierrez. What's up, brother? Hey, we're just wrapping it up on this live chat. You know, Terrence Beard Crawford, the man in them. Andy scraped the plate, Ruiz. Malaches Grace. Damn, not scrape the plate. LDBC channels hate AJ Crawford and any other non-PBC fighter. Facts. They hate him. It ain't got to be like that. So, you know, it ain't a black and white, really. You know what I mean? Some of those channels, they live and die by that shit, but it ain't that. It's the PBC and Al Heyman and shit, too. You know, they just cater to certain fighters because those certain fighters, they can get interviews and stuff like that, and that feeds their channel. You know, they want views. So what's better to get views than interviews? If you want views, you got to do interviews for some people, right? So they know if they cater and kiss ass to those particular fighters, they can come in and get the media passes and all that shit and get footage for what? Their channel. For what? Money. They're doing that shit for money. They're not doing that shit for because of the love of the sport or whatever. They doing that shit to troll because they want to get some paper and they want to make paper off the paper that's being made by the boxers. It's to trickle down effect people. That's all it is. You know, Judy Demi, Terence Crawford wins knockout in round 9. Kurt the Man, love you channel. Glad I got to talk about boxing. Renegade Swag, absolutely, bro. Thank you for coming in. Okay, nobody hates Crawford. He just hasn't fought the top fighters at welterweight and came in the division hating. How he came in the division hating? How the fuck? How did he do that? Because he came in with a title shot? None of them motherfuckers were fighting Jeff Horn until Pacquiao came to PBC. Nobody was fighting Pacquiao. Danny Garcia was turning down fucking offers from him and shit like that. So, whatever, man. Those other fighters don't want to fight Bud. I don't think they do. And if they do, they want too much money to fight Bud because he's a risk, because he's coming from another platform. You come from another platform kicking ass and you go back to your platform, you have nothing to gain. Like, let's say if he beats Danny Garcia. Why would Danny Garcia take $2-3 million to fight Crawford and get beat? And then he's been beat by the other champion. Then his stock drops, right? He ain't got no rematch clause, especially fighting a guy that's from another network. He ain't got that. You know what I mean? That's why they don't want to take that risk. You know, Thurman, if they get beat by Crawford coming from a lower weight class, what would they do for their career? They would get retired. That's retirement shit due to embarrassment type shit. You know? Bud is no doubt the best in the division, but the other channels and agendas hate on him. Yeah, they do that. They do that because they're getting paid to do that, directly or indirectly. Bottom line, Bud couldn't even beat Keith. Dude, Keith wouldn't even fight fucking Crawford. So let's stop. Keith is selective on who he fights. You know, he wanted those big fights and he got it. You know what Keith Thurman did? Keith Thurman really pulled an Amir Khan. Now, you remember how Amir Khan wouldn't fight people and, you know, he was above people. In his mind, he was so much better than these fighters, he couldn't fight these fighters. Remember that shit? Keith Thurman started doing that with, you know, Errol Spence and all the other fighters. He started doing that shit, you know? But anyway, guys, it's been fun. We're wrapping it up. Thank you guys on the chat. I will return. We'll probably go live tomorrow and go over some things as promised. Everybody in the chat, you guys have been counterpunched. Leave your comments below after the chat. And everybody have a good night. Peace.